Dean, honestly, the single worst thing that's ever happened in American history, bar none, happened today.
Well,
Hunter
I
Biden
guess-
got convicted.
No,
that'd be a
was
good thing.
that was actually like a good thing, to be honest.
Oh,
That man
okay,
was
I wasn't
fucking
sure.
on a rampage last year.
I thought you were pro Hunter.
Oh no, I'm not pro either of those fucking
Is
idiots.
anybody pro Hunter?
Yeah, I don't think. Well, probably the hookers in Florida. But
Yeah.
And,
Probably
and
about
the
All the people
dealers.
making money off
Dealers.
of
And
it. Yeah,
Sleepy Joe.
that's right.
Anyways, Biden could do the funniest thing though, just pardon his son. Anyways,
You know he will.
Joey Chestnut is out of 2024 Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
What?
Yeah, absolutely
Like
insane.
suspended or he
No, he's
withdrew?
banned. No, banned is the word.
Wow.
Why?
He signed a sponsorship deal with the Impossible brand, and since Nathan's,
Oh.
they are hosting it, but they also produced the dogs,
Yeah.
the
that's
DO
a
double
conflict.
G's. But is it though?
Yeah, they want to sell meat. They don't want to. They don't want you buying Impossible brand shit. They want
Okay,
you buying
but-
Nathan's.
First off, I don't watch Nathan's hot dog eating contests because I'm gonna buy Nathan's because that's just terrible. Their hot dogs are awful. I'm watching Nathan's hot dogs eating contests because I'm a goddamn American and I'm
Isn't
watching
Nathan's
one of our
like the
best
best hot
American.
dog
Nathan's
brand
are
in the
bussing.
world?
You're,
Yeah,
No
yeah,
way,
that's
Jose,
an
bro.
L take.
No
That's an L
way,
take.
bro.
The hell?
Get your ballparks and
I
leave the rest
don't
of us
Martin
alone.
Final
watch.
weenie?
How fucking dare you?
I'm with Zach. I don't watch the hot dog eating contest to watch Nathan's. I also don't watch it to watch Joey Chestnut. I'm there for Kobe motherfucking Yashi.
He retired
Okay,
though,
you
right?
Fucking traitor, bro.
goat.
Fuck the
The
goat.
fact that
The
you guys
goat?
know these
Kobayashi?
people?
No fucking
By
way,
name?
bro. No fucking way.
Bro,
Let's look up the
Kobayashi.
stats here. Let's look up
Yeah,
the
let's
stats
look at the stats.
here, bro.
I don't know the
Way to live
stats,
up.
so but
Let's
I'm a
look
big fan
up
of
the
Kobayashi.
stats.
I gotta
bro.
say though, who cares about Hunter? I think Biden needs to intervene. We need to get my boy
Yeah,
reinstated.
can
He's
we
an
pardon
American
Joey
hero.
Chestnut? He's a goddamn
got-
top 10 American. He's up there
we
with
gotta
George
get him back in.
Washington and Alexander Hamilton.
If you make a
Absolutely.
living off of eating
Martha
meat,
Stewart's up there too.
why would you sign with a company that
Hey, man,
endorses
maybe Nathan's wasn't paying the
non-meat
bills.
products?
Because they gave him
Na-
a bag, man.
Yeah, bro, they give him a
That's why.
bag, bro.
Yeah, why does anybody do anything?
And honestly, isn't them
Bitches.
banning him just gonna cause less people to watch? I think they
Exactly.
shot
I-
themselves,
yeah,
shot
like-
themselves
sure.
in the foot.
It's like taking Caitlin Clark out of the Olympics. Oh wait, that already happened too. So there's that.
Yeah, I feel like this is all part
What
of his
is
plan though.
happening?
He's probably like, I can't guzzle these hot dogs for the rest of my life, and so I
How
gotta
hard
just
is
take
this
this
to
money.
find hot dog eating
Yeah, maybe
stats,
it's like a
bro?
doctor's order. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I gotta start eating Impossible. And
But think about how much press he gets now for Impossible. Like this is the perfect situation for him.
on it, you're not.
It's
wrong,
almost
dude.
better.
Yeah, Impossible's probably like, fuck yes.
You
This
should
is
just
the
get
best
another
thing that could have
sponsor,
happened.
like
Because
with
now look,
Metamucil
a
or
fucking
something.
toy podcast is
Metamucil.
talking about it.
Yeah,
Bro,
you
okay,
know?
so last year he defeated Kobayashi eating 68 hot dogs to Kobayashi's 64.5.
He got him by 4.
Where are you seeing these stats?
Bro,
I'm not
by
seeing these
4.
stats.
God,
The Washington
damn.
Post, bro.
I'm on
Bro,
Wiki.
4
I'm on
dogs,
Wiki.
bro.
Yeah, but how
Okay.
many has Kobayashi won? Didn't he win like 10 in a row?
That's what I'm
or
trying to.
some shit?
Apparently, this is fucking dark web stuff. I can't fucking find it. Google's letting me down.
How many hot dogs
I'm-
in 2023?
I think it might have been the 2022 stats because this is dated July 1st. Okay, so Kobayashi is a 6-time champion. How many is Joey Chestnut?
How many dogs y'all think you could eat in one sitting?
16 times winner.
God damn.
That
Yeah,
man
this
is
is
Tom Brady as far as I'm
16.
concerned, bro.
Gee,
His
yeah,
son is
he is.
Wiki, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with. I could probably put down 4 hot dogs.
Okay, Matt
Just give me a
Stoney. I
little
fuck
bit
with
of
Matt
ketchup and
Stoney.
mustard.
Kobayashi,
Dude,
his record was 69 hot dogs.
8,
Insane.
maybe, if I was
So
on
one
there.
more than
8? Okay.
Joey.
I feel like 8 would be a struggle, but
In a
that's-
minute?
No,
No, just in
No,
one sitting.
just in a city.
Jesus,
It's
I
like
was
it's
gonna say.
contest.
Are you think they're throwing down 69 dogs in a minute?
I don't fucking know. 1 a second?
I mean,
Wow.
Jay's used to that much wiener going in mouth at once. So
Hey, I've seen it happen.
wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, POV style.
I don't know whether to feel sad or not
It's on
about
Patreon.
not knowing who these people are. Like, you know, when your
Well, because it's not
coworkers
the
are talking
Mexico
about.
national eating hot dog.
I
Well,
know
you know-
who both of them are already. I'd hate to tell
I'm
you.
not a sports guy, so when people talk about like baseball and basketball around me, I already feel bad because I don't know. I don't
So this
follow
is like
sports.
the bottom
Now
line.
I don't
Exactly what you're
know
talking
hot
about.
dog eating sports, so I don't know
Dude.
whether to feel like a good person right now.
It's a
Eddie,
good
piece
thing.
of
it's like when people are like, "Oh man, I can't believe so and so went second round," and I'm like, I wouldn't even know
How
first
many rounds are
round
there?
guys. Like, and you guys are talking about, oh, so and so is gonna go fifth round, and I'm like, how do you know that many people? I don't.
That's for the real sickos. Those are like it'd be like listening to a podcast about dolls on a Tuesday night, just
Jesus.
for the real into it crowd.
Lowest of the low. At least everyone's
Yeah.
got clean shirts.
Is
though.
it
That's-
actually a sport though? I don't know. I thought
Oh, it
was
is.
I think it's
just
more
Sports
like
Center
a feat
top-
of man. Yeah.
Sports
Yeah, it's
Center
like
top 10,
competitive
Joey
eating.
Chestnut, Kobayashi would always make the top 10.
There was a
whenever
30 for
that
30.
Nathan's would go on.
What's the 30 for 30? I would say it's a sport. I mean, like speed walking is a sport, right?
Yeah. And did we
Ping
ever
pong's a
decide if
sport.
cheerleading was one?
Oh, it's
They've-
definitely a sport.
Got to examine.
I
this
always
guy.
thought it was a sport, but apparently there was like a legitimate discussion about it being a sport or not.
They've got to examine these guys.
But I was like,
when
bro,
they're gone, right?
if fucking eating hot dogs is cheerleading, has to be.
I don't understand. You take boxing out of the Olympics and then you put ping pong and speed walking in.
Okay, well, ping pong gets fucking crazy. Are you kidding me?
It gets crazy, but you tell me it's more of an Olympic sport.
Have
than
you
fucking
seen
two men beating
Takahashi?
the hell out
I'm
of each
just
other?
kidding.
Wow. Have you seen Kizma?
Poor Eddie.
Oh no.
Oh man. Anyways, well, let's get into it.
R.I.P. Joey Chestnut. His career.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
You've got a billion toys.
You brought in the doll collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
This is the true form of lore gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
Dean.
I'm Marco.
I'm Eddie.
Badfish.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that mattered the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. We want to thank everybody out there watching. Jumbo, baby. Whether you're catching us live in the YouTube studio audience or the replay. Shout out Ben. He couldn't be here today. But Billy Badfish, welcome back, buddy. Thank you for joining us.
Hell yeah.
Stepping in. Love to see
Gotta
it.
have another Canadian mount. So.
We have a great show for
hate
you
to
guys.
see it.
I'll be completely honest. I have not proofread these slides. It might be a bit wild today. I was genuinely overwhelmed.
You were bleeding before the show.
I was blood all over me. I had blood all over me.
Literally, he had to change his shirt, guys. I was
Yeah,
concerned.
someone said I had blood. I was like, what the hell? I do have blood. Yeah, I bit my lip, and I didn't think it was that bad. So I kind of just, I was like, oh, whatever. And, yeah, I
What
didn't
were
even
you
look down.
eating so ferociously that you were
Well, I bit
biting
my
your
lip.
lip?
Hot dog.
Well, like when you get anxious, sometimes you I do this a lot with my thumbs or like,
Oh,
bite your
yeah.
lip a little bit.
That's fair.
Anyways.
Oh, it wasn't like a chomp. It was a nibble.
No. I think I don't know. It's a
You
artery
weren't
in
trying to
the-
get down
Who knows?
8 hot dogs in a minute.
Scares me.
Wow.
Not
Yeah,
this
draw the
time.
line. What is the drama with Inart Hermione? Sounds like they're working on a solution. Sorry, to clarify, the drama is with Captain Rex, Lego, not with Hermione. Just to clarify. We have a lot to talk about. I was very flustered by the show sheet today. I had like 50,000 things going on today. So we're going to do our best to do our duty to you guys. And Dean, before we do that duty, we have the very best segment that all of our best shows start with.
Yeah, duty. Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Hey, what'd you get new this week? I got a package from Eddie. Sweet, beautiful,
Wow.
wonderful.
I got a
dark
package from Eddie.
Brown, mocha colored Eddie.
You did. That's why you were bleeding.
Dark brown, damn.
It was a little pinprick.
No, he's not dark brown.
Oh,
you know,
Jesus.
brown enough. I got this beautiful figure.
You motherfucker. How
Look
dare
how
you? I wanted that
gorgeous it
figure.
is. Bro, this thing is sweet, bro.
Is
This
the top of his
uh,
hood fabric or is it rubber?
It's
like that
plastic.
rubber?
Yeah, it's plastic.
That's awesome.
And the head is like in there. You can't take it out.
Eddie's dead to me.
But this is Durban, right?
Dubon?
Dubon.
He doesn't even deserve it. He doesn't.
Yeah,
wasn't
you're
America.
From Mythic Legions with the horse. Fucking gigantic horse, by the way. But it is so cool. I love it. Thank you, Eddie. And then also,
Could have been me.
I got
Wait for my package from Fern.
Fire and Ice. This is Dark Wolf. Is that his name?
Yeah, Dark Wolf.
I'm just building like a fantasy shelf, but out of package, fantastic
dope.
figure. The only thing I would really change on this is giving him bicep swivels. He doesn't have any.
Yeah.
So like getting him to hold his axe is actually kind of a pain in the ass, but other than that, it's pretty good. Good size to it. The paint is really nice. The sculpt, lots of like little veins. And
Yeah.
Who is that again?
Stray.
Who
She's
made it again?
Dark Wolf from Fire and Ice, which they're going to talk about next week on CW Movie Night. So I've actually never seen this.
Oh, me either. I didn't know
So
they were doing that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna try and join that show if they'll have me. Chris was asking if anybody could join, so Frank Frazetta, obviously amazing artist, so even just having this is so cool. I wish I was a tenth as that talented. That was my new this week. I got one more thing, but I'm gonna save it for probably next week. I just shipped my pile of loot, so
There we go. Hissy Fissy, great question here. Now this is for Badfish and Marco, and I assume Eddie as well. Who would you rather share a bathroom with, Oxfather or Dean the Dream? Now the question is, do you mean just like if we were roommates and you had to have one person, or do you mean like actually physically share a bathroom with?
I can tell you right now, just share it with Zach. I'm gonna fuck that shit up.
Jesus.
Neither one of you. I'm moving. I'm.
What the hell?
I'm leaving wherever the heck we are. I
I
gotta
don't want
go.
to live with
It's
Marco.
just-
Be hair in the sink, hair everywhere, bro.
There will. Poor Gigi.
Bro, I
hair
get
everywhere.
fucking hair everywhere, bro.
I only shave like once every 6 months, so you don't have to worry about that.
Wow, Badfish is hairless. He's smooth.
I didn't realize you had ever shaved. That's awesome.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I grow facial hair very slowly. Jeez, I
Canadian
guess as a roommate, just because Dean said it, I'll go with Zach, I guess.
I'm a great roommate.
I don't know, after the shirt, though, I don't know.
What are
That
you
was
wearing?
the
My
only
shirts?
question. No,
Why
just,
would that?
just the general, you might just
care about what
take
your
your
roommate-
blood and wipe it on the couch, I don't know.
Oh, God.
Or somewhere in the
That-
bathroom.
Only wipe
who
the
knows?
nut on the couch. Are you
He's not
kidding me?
Asmongold.
Yeah, jeez, I don't have fucking leprosy, Badfish. My goodness.
Well,
I didn't say that.
Jesus. I know that I wasn't personally addressed in this question.
No, they're
Almost
asking you about
seemingly
us.
personally so. But I have shared a bathroom with Marco, and I will
Oh, here we
say
go.
he's
Oh,
probably the
poor
last
Eddie.
person of the 5 here that I would, including myself.
Yeah.
I don't even want to share a bathroom with
Dude,
myself.
when you eat Taco Bell
But-
for D2, that's coming all out,
Dude,
bro.
the Airbnb
Marco,
that
it's a war zone.
poor Eddie, yeah. There was a lot of dairy consumed the day before, and he
Oh,
was
God.
basically sleeping in the bathroom. This Airbnb was the jankiest thing ever. I get up at maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm like, sorry, Eddie. Wake him up with some pretty intense.
It was like an AK-47.
Gastrointestinal.
Wow.
That 500 kilogram.
Now we know why he looks
Wow.
like Taliban. So
Wow. Wow.
I will say I accidentally shaved my mustache lower than I normally do. And I was telling Gigi, I was like, have you seen the movie The Dictator? I totally have the dictator's
wow.
facial
Wow.
hair right now. It's all bad.
That's hilarious. Speaking of something that's not all bad, you got a little upgrade to your little casita.
Yeah, so following the Oxfather's lead, so this is something we've been talking about doing for a while, is getting these mini splits. We've got this detached garage that was converted, so Gigi's office is on the other side of this. This has been storage for the longest time, but we are in the process of converting it to, my streaming office, my all my figures being back here. So finally got AC. couldn't have come at a better time because it's 103 degrees here today. So
Phew.
like I normally would be
God
sweating
damn.
hard back here. I'm just, I just bite my lip and go with it. But
Wow,
today
yeah,
I'm like, I might need to put on
Don't
a
bleed.
jacket. I've got it set at 75 and I'm like chilly right now. So
Wow.
it was a much needed upgrade for sure.
Bro,
Nice.
I was looking at this picture. I was like, is there vaulted ceilings or they put this shit in crooked? I was like, what the fuck is happening?
I will say the
Wait,
pipe is
actually, I don't
slanted.
know what
Yeah.
happened. What happened?
Yeah, the ceiling is vaulted because you think about like it's a half of
Oh,
It
I
goes
see.
up.
it's a half of a room basically.
It confused
I didn't
the
notice
hell out of
that.
me.
Yeah.
So, but I had him run the line inside, so the line set wouldn't go directly out here to the front, which is kind of our backyard. So trying to hide everything to the side of the house, we ran the lines inside. So yeah, really happy with just having this. Gigi got one on her side, and so instead of both of us sweating, we'll be back here with blankets.
If Dean sees this faster than he did the Oxfathers, I'm gonna be.
Wow.
It happened.
No,
It
actually,
finally
it
happened.
happened. Yeah, finally
I know,
happened.
but if it happens faster than what, a month?
Oh, there you go.
I couldn't believe my eyes when I seen Dean's beautiful face glistening in the sun. It's a great video. Actually, I think it was our most commented video of the year, which was really nice.
Wow.
Was it really?
A lot of comments, which is funny because it was kind of like, because we're catching up, right? We haven't seen each other in many moons, and so we're catching up, and so I didn't want to record the whole conversation, and because there's some private moments, and so it was really just a short little GoPro video, but man, people really liked it, so you love to see
Love
it.
it. Love it.
Absolutely
And I
love to
did
see
get
it.
one other thing. I just didn't share any pictures because so it was the mech test Tony Stark. I've got him posed up like he's working on the Mark III armor. And every picture that I took, I was like, I'm going to get roasted for this. I took like 20 pictures and I was like, I can't share it. I just got to say,
Stressing out,
hey, I was.
Dude,
I was.
now every
So
time I
no
get
way.
on the show, I got to double check
Traumatize
now.
this boy.
Check your shirt, check your poses. You will get roasted on here. So
Damn.
You could roast mine today if you go ahead.
I
I
will.
give you the open.
I will.
There you
Damn.
go.
Who
So what
posed
did you
this?
get new this week?
I got the Art Figures Dark Furion 2.0. This is the look of Riddick from the beginning of the Riddick movie that came out in 2013, I think. So the one that I used to have was his look like a majority of the film, and in the beginning when he gets double crossed by I forget the name of that whole group of people, but he gets double crossed and he gets stranded on that planet that he's on. He ends up having to survive in his like warrior outfit or whatever. And so I had thought this was from Chronicles of Riddick, but it's not. It's from the beginning of that movie. So he's more battle damage. He has blood all over him. It's just as good as the other figure. I love that one too. I think the head sculpt is really, really good. They gave him that like silver eyes that he has in the movie. It looks really good. It does have joints, so if you're someone that hates joints, it's not for you really. You can hide the wrist joints with the gauntlets, and if you wanted to use the shoulder like braces, I guess you could lower those and hide the elbow joint. And I was thinking of getting a bison body for it, or like a TB League body, but he has blood all over him because that's how he looked at the beginning of the movie. So I would.
Did he
lose
bite his
all
lip
that.
too hard in the movie or what?
Wow,
Wow.
that was good. That was good.
Happened.
And he also, his base is really sick. It's like designed how the armor for the Necromongers. Thank you, Conquer Knight. That is the name of the group that betrays him in the beginning of the movie. The base is like designed like their kind of armor and their like buildings and things. So that's really cool. I kind of wish that the base didn't say Dark Furion and it just said Riddick, but I guess they couldn't do that because of licensing issues. But yeah, it's still a sick figure. I like it. I wish I didn't sell my old one, and I did
I was
not
about to
have
ask
time to
about
pose
that.
it. So
Because I remember you got the first one, and then didn't the one have like die-cast armor that like didn't fit, or was that the Trojan figure?
yeah, the Trojan, I forgot who did that one. It's that SNL Toys, I think, or Yeah, that one had die-cast boots and die-cast everything, I think, and some of that was a pain in the ass. The original one had no die-cast anything.
The Dark Furion one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They've also done a pitch black version, I think.
Ooh, nice.
That was like selling for a ton before they ever did the Dark Furion. And I even think the Dark Furion now is selling for quite a bit. So if you guys are interested in a Riddick figure, it's a really good figure. I think you can still get it on Kit's website, so check it out.
Did anyone ever play that video game back in the day on Xbox?
Fuck yes.
Dude, that game was
so
dope.
good.
This was one of the first games to have that reloading where
Escape
you reload
from,
and you...
What was it called? Butcher Bay or something?
Yeah, there you go. I think it was.
Yeah, that was such a good game.
What's the mechanism you're saying, Zach?
Like if you have 20 bullets in your gun, when you reload, like in Halo, those 20 get added back into like a pool of ammo. But it's like Helldivers, you just lose that ammo, so you can't just like go around like Call of Duty and reloading every few seconds. Game was badass. I think it was Escape from Butcher Bay. Damn.
We need a remaster.
I think
Apparently
they
everything
did
gets
remaster, but it's been a lot. That was probably what 360.
Oh yeah.
Because it was on the original Xbox, wasn't it? Butcher Bay.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe
think
so,
so.
yeah.
I remember those graphics just being like some of the best I had ever seen.
I thought I was in Butcher Bay, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, very good. I actually picked up 2 dragons this week. I don't have a photo
Bro,
of
you
the
have
second
like
one.
10 more when I went over there.
Yeah, I know. Well, they're not. I saw my birthday yet. My birthday is coming up. But I photographed the blue dragons, so this one's real cool. They're like masters of illusion and electricity, so love that. And this one's actually one of my favorite sculpts out of all of them. So I also picked up the black dragon. It is very black, and it's the pose is fucking sick. I just barely got to open it before the show.
Last time you showed us the green crystal dragon, and you have a blue one right here we haven't seen yet.
I showed you guys this one on the show. It was like the week before the green one.
Was it?
I don't remember any.
I don't remember
Yeah,
the blue one.
I remember this. We clowned on him.
Might have been after dark that we opened it. I think it was.
Imagine this is the first show you're ever seeing, and people are getting AC units. They're getting dragons. You're like, I'm here to see about Hot Toys.
Yeah, we
I'm
don't
so
have to do
confused.
that. I only have 6 of them, so you're gonna be waiting a while.
You're gonna hate this. My new this week was pack of Twizzlers, pink
gosh.
lemonade brand.
Wow, pink lemonade.
I got one more
filled?
thing I would be remiss
Yeah,
not to mention.
they're freaking good.
Why is there a nut on the?
I got a surprise.
Oh, they're made with it's like a warning. It's peanut free.
Oh, okay.
Warning, this is gonna suck.
The shits are delicious.
I got a surprise package in the mail, and I look, and it's from one Benjamin Thomas from Canada.
Wow. I wish Ben sent me a package. I sent him 2 fucking packages. Can't even bother to send me one of them.
Dirty.
The package got a little beat up, but it's very sweet. I was like, wow, what a sweetheart.
I wish
He
Ben had a
sent
package for me.
Sonic the Hedgehog pins dispenser with Sonic and Knuckles.
Nice.
That's
oh, damn,
awesome.
those are big too.
Thor,
You
tell
took
Ben he's dead
Tails
to me.
out. Where's Tails, man?
Wait, is that Nuck?
It's Nut.
Nut?
No.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, so actually I keep him right here because it's so funny. Nux.
Nuck? Dude. Oh, it's Nux. I didn't even know it was Nux. I thought it was just Nuck. I was happy to just call him Nuck for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I think I might just keep that.
Zach,
But, it's very cute. I really like this.
Yes.
So, thank you, Ben.
what size are those dragons? Like, how big are they?
They're pretty big.
They wouldn't scale with Mezco or what is it? The
Mythic.
The 12th scale, yeah, Mythic. They're probably like this one from the foot to the head is maybe like 4 or 5 inches, and then from the foot to the wing is probably about 12. They're meant for like 35 millimeter scale, so like this is a 35 mil.
148 or
mini.
whatever.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a fucking mathematician. It's a
think
35
it's
mil right here. Anyways,
Those
so
are
like
pretty
a human is like
35
1 inch
millimeter.
tall.
That's
Every
not
time-
American.
Yeah, I do millimeter for all this stuff.
Every time I see
Wouldn't
the
get me to the moon, but
McFarlane
it gets my
dragon
3D
stuff,
printing.
I'm tempted.
I would say
McFarlane
they're
dragons
about
are
that
cool.
size. They're about that size. Maybe a little bit smaller, and probably about as well painted, which is to say not that well painted. I like them though. I do like them.
If you use millimeters, it sounds bigger too.
Yeah, when I say
Wow.
it's 35 millimeters,
That's a
that
good point.
sounds huge, but that's only like 1.25 inches.
That's true. Wait, no, I gotta ask this question now. In Canada, when you guys are like talking about size, do you guys
Your
say
bird?
millimeters?
Well,
Centimeters, probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Ben probably measures in, like.
So then you
kilometers.
use inches. So then if the girl asks you like, "Oh, I'm a solid 4 inches, baby," you don't know millimeters?
I would say that's very unlikely that anyone would use millimeters. Very
You'd use
unlikely.
centimeters or
For
use
their
inches.
penis?
Or inches, yeah. Inches are used a lot in like construction and things like that still.
Really? So yeah, because I think
like
the
a
difference
2x4, like we know like that we call a 2x4 the same.
Yeah, they don't call it like a 17.5 by. Anyways,
It's like 8.5 inches.
I think it
This is
depends, right?
Much needed
I think
information.
I think
Or
it
8.5
depends because
centimeters.
for me, when I'm measuring, like, we'll talk about something I'm measuring later in the
Base
show,
to
but
head?
it's
Oh.
doing well, of course, from the bottom. You don't ever want to measure from the top.
Yeah, you want from
Hurt
the
feelings.
I
over
include
there.
the nuts. in
I've
there.
only ever. Oh, never mind.
I push it in actually, so I can get like as much as possible, like the best case scenario.
You gotta push that skin back, you know.
Yeah, no, I get like into the. Anyway,
into the
I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say.
You got
leave
to
it at
count
that.
the skin. Come on.
We'll just leave it at that.
Jesus.
I also 3D
How far
printed.
back are you going?
Oh, it goes in a lot. There's more in than out. I have an innie. Anyways, I 3D printed I actually printed 2 of these. I just finished the second one about an hour ago. But it's the Chrysler Building Eagle, I guess, statue. I don't know. It's not really a gargoyle, but the building has like these eagle adornments.
I think they're technically
And-
gargoyles.
Yeah. And I fucking love them. And what's really cool is this file is designed to wrap around like a bookshelf. And so I love it. And I was like, damn, 1 looks dope. I bet 2 would look even more dope.
Do you have
You're
to
badass.
sticky tack them into place? How are they not falling off?
So I don't think that you would have to. So it goes down quite a bit far to prevent it from falling forward. And then on the back, it goes quite a bit far as well. But I did put sticky tack to answer your question. But I don't think if I was doing this on a normal bookshelf, I would need to. This bookshelf, since it's like a frame around the, like when I put it on Victoria's bookshelf, it was much sturdier than it was on this. This is that Lego cabinet that you saw on the corner by the front door or the garage door, and I love it. So I printed a second one, and I have to paint it and sand it.
This is very the Spider-Man cartoon. I think of this. Like
Yeah.
Empire State Building or something.
I think there's also a
Fern, you're
statue
dead to
with
me,
this
bro.
exact like pose and base.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Like a
I think so,
custom
too.
Spider-Man statue.
Yeah, I have I bought the CT Toys knockoff black suit Spider-Man, so I'm gonna put that on. I don't know if this figure's gonna stay there, but this is my favorite Spider-Man figure, so I was like, I'm gonna put it up there for now. But I'm thinking having the Toby figure arts on one and then the black suit on the other, like opposite. I think that would be really cool.
This would be really cool for multiple, like Batman.
Like
would
Batman,
be sick.
yeah. The only thing it's tough.
Cap.
The only thing it's tough. Well, would Cap be
Well,
on a
because
roof?
Cap, the LBS statue of Cap, the base is literally looks like this. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
but
it's
how
an
does
eagle
Cap
head.
get off the roof? Does he go down the elevator? Or?
Wow, he jumps and lands on the shield.
It's true.
He did
Oh,
that
no
in the
shit.
movies, I think.
Yeah, in the movie you did it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. The only problem with this is this print takes like 31 hours, and even if I did get permission from the guy to sell it, it's a tough sell because I would need to charge so much, and I don't know if it's worth that much. At any rate, it's fucking awesome. Maybe I'll make them at some point. But I think I might actually be. We're starting a new thing on the channel. It's what am I printing, and so tomorrow there'll be an answer for what I posted today. But this was the first one that we did in that series, and I think it turned out really well. So, anyways, let's see. Oh, also, I'm doing more custom work. So this guy on Colts, his username is Sons2Customs. I've actually seen his stuff a few times for Moffex Batman stuff, and I had wanted it, but by the time I was going to buy the file, I'd already sold the figures. But I've really been trying to find a good symbiote head for the Moffex and the Mezco. And I know those are different dimensions. But this guy was super cool, and we've been working. I think we're on like our 4th change. And I think we're just about to finish it with the last change that we need. But he was basically able to take the eyes that I like, which are the Secret Wars first appearance eyes, and then sculpt the mask and then put those eyes on the mask. And it is coming out super good. So I'm really excited. This file will be available to purchase on the guy's Colts 3D if you have a 3D printer. And I don't know that I'll be making prints of it. I don't know that I have permission to do that. But if there's interest, I guess I could ask him to buy a license to do that. So check him out. He has quite a few designs. He has 25 designs. And he's a really cool guy. He does commissions as well. So
Nice,
definitely
that's what I
check
was
him
about
out.
to ask. I really want to get a proper Estrella.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna ask him about Ozal, but he said
beard?
he doesn't do like realistic portraits. He does mostly like the comic stuff. But you can always ask. The worst thing you say is no. But anyways, let's move on. I think that's it. Get it or not, the show where we talk about whether we're going to get it or not. And we're not going to bury the lead today. We're going to talk about the Inart Hermione Granger. This one is coming in at... Bum, ba, da, bum. Oh, I forgot you can't see the prices when you're not in the fucking country. We'll get prices here in a second, but we'll go through the pictures first. This one is only available...
Wait, go back to the last picture. Sorry, I have to do
your
this.
homework.
Go back.
Okay.
Go back. Why
Well,
is
no
she
one else
standing like Marco posed her? Jesus.
Wow. That's how Marco walks.
That's what I thought he was going to say.
That was amazing.
Wow,
that was
that
even
was-
better.
Well, can you give yourself a point? That was.
Here we go. Here we go. If someone in the comments has the prices, that'd be great. I can look it up on Kit as well. So this is the... there's only one version of the sculpt. You get only one version of the figure, rather. It is rooted hair only. And I know to beat the dead horse, what Marco said still holds true. And I think they've done a lot of really good stuff with debuting this figure. I think, they kind of teased it a bit with Ron. Then they kind of dropped everything. And I think all these photos look excellent. There's a mix of dark background photos, light background photos. You could really basically see everything that you need to see with this figure. However, when the solicitation teaser went up during the Ron photos, immediately all the attention was on the knees, and we pointed that out on the show as well. And as far as I know from what I've heard, they do plan to address the knees, and they've said this on streams. I believe they've also said it on their official pages. However, I do not love that they dropped this figure without fixing those knees. Now, I understand that does take time, and perhaps it doesn't line up with the production schedule and the schedule that they wanted to keep with this figure. But being that a lot of these figures do have windows, they're basically asking us to trust that it will be fixed to our satisfaction and put that pre-order down without having the final results. And I really don't love that. Another thing I really don't love, if I may be on a soapbox for a bit, I think there's a lot of people in the community that really made it weird. Obviously, this is a figure of a little girl. Obviously, there's a little girl wearing a skirt. And obviously, one of the biggest issues that a lot of collectors have is with her knees. And in order to fix that, obviously, there's either going to be a seamless leg option. There's going to be potentially swap outs. These are just ideas that people have floated. But I really hate to see people in the community kind of saying that other people are being perverts for like caring so much about a little girl doll's knees. And it almost feels maybe in a way like a form of gaslighting, but this is a company that set themselves up for very high expectations. This is a company that has stated many times that they're out here to be producing the best figures that they can produce. And I think when things don't quite live up to that expectation, I don't think it's inappropriate for us to call them out regardless of who the character that they're portraying is. And as far as I saw, no one was being perverted. No one was really saying anything other than helpful suggestions. And it seemed like there were a number of folks in the groups that were trying to turn this into something that it wasn't. And it really made me uncomfortable to see that. And I don't plan to buy this figure. If anything, maybe I'd buy the Harry. But I think us holding them to this high standard for this figure will prevent issues like this for future figures. And it has nothing to do with being weird or wanting to be a pervert or, obviously it just happens to be a little girl. And so I did want to say that because I think kind of brought out some of the worst of the community, where people were just trolling people who had a genuine interest in making this figure better. I do have more to say, but Dean, I will let you take a crack at this. We have Hermione 589 and or 586 rather. You do get a $10 code with CW, which we'll share with you guys here in a little bit. What do you think about Hermione and I guess Kneegate, as it were?
Yeah, Hermione, which I really like. Yeah, I talked about this on Will's stream, and I quoted beautiful friend of the show, Marco G from 16 Fix, about
friend of the show. What the fuck?
Someone in my life, as Ben would say.
Yeah, controlling the message, and when the Ron went up and they teased Hermione, everyone mentioned the knees, like almost immediately.
Yeah.
And okay, it's just a teaser. It's not really, a reflection on what the figure's going to look like. But they wanted to show, hey, we're working on Hermione. And then, a few months later, or however long it's been, a couple of weeks, you finally showed the Hermione. It's like, you knew all the people didn't like the knee immediately. But you still showed us this. And like you said, now you're just banking on us hoping you fix it properly. Because what if you pre-order this and you don't end up liking the solution, right? I saw some people were like, oh, just have like a silicone like cover slip. That sounds awful. That sounds terrible.
I actually don't hate that idea. I think it could be interesting. But we'll talk about some potential solutions that we've heard. But yeah, you're 100% right, Dean.
Or like swap out, you pop the hips off, put on new legs, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you're spending upwards of $600 on this, right? I think it's 580 something, Eddie, from
586.
586. Yeah, it's like I think Marco has always been right from the get-go. You really got to control what you're showing us. Because, for the most part, I trust Inart to deliver a great product. They've had their mishaps, but who hasn't? So, can't really hold that against them. Because they have done their best, in my opinion, to make things right when they fuck up. Another problem I have with this figure is the rooted hair. And it could be a nothing burger, but Ron and Harry went up first, and you could get rooted or sculpted. But Hermione only comes in rooted. So if you didn't get Ron and Harry in rooted,
I like this point.
it could look a little odd. But to be fair, I've had all my Avengers on the shelf, and only Black Widow has that weird Barbie hair. It's not that disorienting that you're like, oh, she stands out. So I don't know if it's, like I said, a nothing burger or not. Considering Ron and Harry have such short hair, but I could see that as very annoying. It's like, well, what the hell? I didn't
think
get. Go on.
I think when you deal with like the longer haired characters, Gandalf is obviously another Inart that didn't have the sculpted option. I think it's more for posability's sake.
Correct.
You're not having big chunks of material kind of awkwardly floating as you try to articulate it. That's an excellent point, though, Dean. If you bought sculpted, I could see that being, if you're having the golden trio on the shelf, that would make Hermione stick out a little bit. That's an excellent point.
Yeah. But other than that, because a lot of people are focusing on the knees, but it's like, guys, also, be fair and look at everything else too. It's a great figure. I think they did a wonderful job. I would argue the best of the three. Harry's cool and everything, and Ron's very kind of boring looking, but Hermione, they nailed the hair, I think, because she has that. She almost has Hagrid's hair in the first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it looks great. I think objectively, it's a great looking figure. So, yeah, it's cool to round out the trio. I like it.
Can I add one more piece of data before I give my
course.
thoughts on the figure at the end? But
Of course.
in regards to controlling the message, John was on with Will, so both friends of the show. I'm not a friend of the show. I'm a co-host, but no, I'm kidding. Friends of the show.
Marco's someone in our lives. Let's just
someone
be
in our
honest.
life. There you go. That's right. Incredible callback. But so he was on with Will, right? And he said, "Oh, when you see Hermione, so this is before the blogger photos, or sorry, the photos go up for the pre-order. She'll be completely seamless." Were his words, right? I went back and watched.
Wow.
It'll be completely
Did he
seamless.
really?
So, yeah. So he didn't necessarily say like it'll be a seamless knee, but he said it'll be completely seamless. And so there's a lot of ambiguity there, but it's just like it feels like unforced errors. And again, I don't want to chase them away from talking to us because I love having John in the community. It's great that we have access to him, but it's just like, let's just tighten things up, and it's just avoidable, unforced errors. But go ahead, Eddie, and I'll give my thoughts at the end.
I agree with everything, all the points that Dean made. The knees don't bug me that much. I gotta be honest. I know it'll bug most people, especially for the price of it. I guess if you take that into account, I don't know that it should have knees, because it's really expensive, and just to have all the accessories and the rooted hair, I feel like it should also be seamless and look like the best representation you can have in 1/6 scale, even though with the knee joints I still feel is the best representation. But
far and away, absolutely.
I believe that in hand, and when you actually pose it up, depending on how you display it, I don't know that the knees will stand out that much. Like, I don't even know if you could, this is going to add to that whole child thing, pull the skirt down a little and it'll at least hang lower to where it covers the cuts there. But I think it looks amazing. I don't know that it's the best. I still think Harry is the best looking one. Hermione might be the best character. She's a really funny character, but I think it looks great. And every time I see a new release for this line, I'm like, dang, man. Do I go back and get Harry and then Ron, and so I could at least have the three? Because I think they are all phenomenal, and they'd be enough for me to like never need anything else from Harry Potter ever again. Just those three in one shelf on the detolf or something, and I'd be done with Harry Potter. But I think I'm gonna keep holding strong because these are expensive, man.
Almost
I think
like
that's
2 Gs
the bigger,
for 3 figures.
Yeah, I think that's the bigger draw for me. Is like, dude, they're super expensive for small figures. Like, that's crazy, but they do look good. I had a point that I was gonna make and I freaking lost it, dude. Oh, why is Harry Potter so special that we get 3 releases from this line within all within 6 months of each other and nothing else? Can we get another Lord of the Rings announcement? Can we get another either Batman to go with Superman or Batman to go with Joker? Like, either one of those Batman. Like, why the hell is this getting pushed out so fast?
I wonder if these 3 just don't stand on their own very well. It's like the other ones you could kind of have on their own, but these 3 kind of need to be together. So they're like, let's just get them all out. Which I disagree with, because I still want a Batman to go with my Joker, but I'm assuming that's their rationale.
Yeah, it's crazy that they
I
really
think so.
got, like, you have almost, if you're only collecting Harry Potter from Inart, like, you have the main 3 now. That's
it.
I'd be, if they didn't, which I'm worried that they won't finish things. I've been vocal about that from the beginning. I'm worried that Inart won't finish lines, and you already have a decent line now with Harry Potter, so it's like, lucky you guys. But
from the first movie too, like, I think people who are hardcore Harry Potter fans will be happy to get the next movie's iteration. Kind of at least 2 sets, like younger and older, I think would be if you're a real Harry Potter fan. I think they still have a lot to touch on.
Yeah.
It's
interesting also, like, when you get into Harry Potter, like, obviously if they were doing a Sorcerer's Stone Dumbledore, they would use the actor for that film, but then I think it's the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th films, there's a different actor that they would have to do, and then you start to think like, how deep could this line go? Like, could we get a Hagrid, which would be massive in 1/6 scale? Could we get Dumbledore and Voldemort?
Like $800.
I mean, yeah, this line has. I mean, I would say, Eddie, to your point, like almost Fellowship number of characters, right? You could have 7 or 8 characters easily with this line, and then if you think about it, that's just for one film, and then there's 7 or 8 films. I don't even know how many movies there are, but
I completely forgot that they even already announced Dumbledore too. So, geez, you have really all these characters so far. That's crazy. And then Moose Stream's comment is because WB has some say, it's their IP. Does the licensor have say in how many figures you put out, how fast?
Oh yeah, that would be in the contract. They have to have so many figures out within a certain amount of time, I would say. And they could accept delays in the contract, but they would say they have to say announce so many in a certain period, or maybe announcing them within a time frame of the Ron being out. They wanted to get the Hermione within a certain time frame, so they could order them all at once. But
that's
it is a lot of cash. That's the other problem.
And this may have been done to boost sales of Ron, right? Like maybe Harry sold okay, Ron didn't sell well, so it's like, okay, let's get Hermione out so we can boost sales of Ron. It's the window's still kind of open there, and then people will want to go back and chase Harry.
Well, it's funny. I looked at their page just to double check something on Harry, and he's not even on their page anymore. Like the other ones are sold out. The other characters, like Paul and the Batman and other stuff. I don't even see. I see all their figures, but Harry, I don't see him at all. And actually, I don't see. Oh, Gandalf's there. Just kidding.
On their site.
Anyone else have a take on that? I do have a little bit more I want to say before we move on.
I got a few things. So, nobody complains about how we judge the muscle tone on like Cable or anything like that. That's not weird. Nobody calls anyone like. Nobody judges anything about their private life or their character for that. It's weird that then all of a sudden people are apparently pedos because they care about.
Well, also
the
to
way
that
this
point,
figure looks.
she's
it's
our
silly.
age. I would feel weirder if it was a kid now, but yes, I know that it's her back then. But this character is our age. We were her, so to me it doesn't make sense.
We grew up with this. Yeah,
she's the same age as us, so I don't feel weird about saying anything about her.
Yeah,
and I'm also doing it very respectfully. I'm sure there's probably one fucking dork in the community that's going to do some really inappropriate stuff like they do with every other figure, but
yeah, we all know who that
is. And like, yeah, there's the like the sculpted hair versus the rooted. I think short sculpted hair looks so good now it doesn't matter. I think it'll look fine if you got the sculpted. But the funny thing, Star Ace did this with almost the exact same knees. It's I wish I had known this before. I would have sent the pictures to you. And the hair honestly doesn't look too bad on the Star Ace. Don't get me wrong, the hair looks amazing here. My wife though, when I showed her this, she hated it. Like the hair. She liked everything else about the figure, but she said that it wasn't that. She doesn't remember it being that crazy.
Oh, it is. I rewatched it. It definitely is.
It is in most of the movie, but there are portions where it is a little less crazy.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, if after that Hogwarts game came out, I reignited my love for these movies because man, it's so good. And yeah, I grew up. These came out right we read it every day in class. We read a chapter like my teacher would. So we were right in the hype. So I was so close to getting Harry, but the price was just too prohibitive. So yeah, these are really awesome. They nailed it.
Yeah.
So.
And it's tough. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Marco.
Yeah, I was going to say I really like the idea of the cover. I think that feels like a good compromise. It won't be too expensive. If you do it kind of like a Band-Aid material that's kind of meant to stretch, then yeah, it seems like, all right, that's something that they could easily fix. I don't think that joints are a huge deal, but they have kind of put out there that they're going to be doing seamless. We saw it with the Joker, that they're going to be using top of the line materials, right? So there's just this expectation around Inart. Now, whether we hold Hot Toys to that same standard, I can't really say, but because their releases are so limited, I think there's so much hype around every single one. They kind of have to have every fine point ironed out, and they had to have known that that collectors would be annoyed by these joints, and still
Yeah.
didn't care anyways, right? John's out there
Yeah.
hearing the feedback. They have to know they've been in this community long enough that it's something that's going to irritate a lot of people, and they still again put it out. So that's why it feels like, okay, did they do it strategically to try to boost the sales of other figures in the line before this was truly baked?
Yeah.
It just feels like unforced errors, right? But it's a beautiful figure. Like it just the same with the Ron. Like it looks great. I would, in a perfect world, I would add all three, but I just can't really justify adding these ones. Like I said, I like the older versions anyways. So yeah, I think from an artistic point of view, minus the knees, they killed another release, or excuse me, another pre-order. But yeah, they have a lot of things to tighten up. What were you going to say though, Zach?
Go ahead, Batfish.
Sorry. I was just gonna say I agree with Dean though. The silicone slip, I think that's a worse solution. The best solution is like swap out.
I think they're already using magnets. I think having a magnet cut just above where the skirt ends, that way you don't have to go all the way to the hip, and that might be perhaps a bit inappropriate. But magnets on the thighs swap out for, like they should keep the articulated knees and then have a set of pre-posed knees with ankles that you
100%.
Oh yeah, like like the thigh swivel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
yeah, that would make sense.
I've also seen, like, it's tough because when you go silicone, honestly, I don't know who the fuck sold their soul at fucking Iconic Studios, but I have not seen a single fucking Ryu that has torn, and I've seen some crazy fucking poses on that figure. I don't know what material that they use. It sounds like it was just standard silicone, but
It's the way that the arm is designed. I got him right here, and it's just like designed that it has room to flex.
Yeah, it's absolutely bonkers that they've solved that issue, and you know, especially for a character that they do include the hand to be posed, and you know that there's a lot of people that do dioramas that might have her sitting. Boy, if that's silicone, TB League silicone, like the standard stuff, you're just gonna have torn knees, and it would be a nightmare. And I've sent this to Inart as well, but it's like the way that their returns work or their warranty works for their figures. You're not getting a refund from Kit or an exchange from Kit. You have to go, or rather directly from Inart. You have to go through Kit first. Then Kit has to be the middleman to go to Inart, and then all the way back to Kit with the replacement part, and then all the way back to you. So they need to really think hard about how they manage this knee issue, because the way that their process is set up now, everything is through a middleman. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. Now, one thing that is a little bit of a nitpick, the tiniest nitpick, Hermione and Ron have the same sculpt on the Sorting Hat, and Harry has a different sculpt, and it feels quite lazy because in the film hat is like super expressive, and I have to imagine there's more than two sculpts that they could have come up with for these, you know, these figures, and if all three of them come with the hat, I think it makes the most sense for it to have a different pose for Hermione, not one that we've seen with Ron. That's such a minor nitpick, and the knees, obviously we're hyper focusing on the knees, because I think everything else about this portrait, the figure, the outfit, the details, looks fucking top shelf, that we're hyper focusing on the one thing that I think is perhaps the weakest point on this figure.
Do you think it's fair?
Go ahead.
Like, silicone bodies are incredibly expensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if they did upgrade? That's what
$60 to
everybody
$80
says. That's what
like
everybody
a
says. It's very... The whole reason people don't do this, and I'm sure Iconic has said it a couple times, because theirs are all custom silicone bodies. Yeah, do you think it would be fair if they did upgrade it to silicone legs and then like change the price on everybody and said,
No,
you know what?
I think
we're
that's
going
a
to
cost
charge
of
more now.
business. I would say not retroactively. Maybe going forward, like, hey, if you want to lock in this price now, perhaps. But I think if they made the mistake to launch it early, and if causing more cost for them is the remedy for that, I don't think they go back and ask the collectors for more money.
I'm sure their
I think it'd be a
overhead's
bad
still
decision.
good on this.
So it's funny. I've mentioned this quite a number of times on the show years ago, but I don't know what plastic Barbie uses on their figures, but I've had figures that have been like in attic for like 20 years bent, and then you take them out and they're like good as new. Like no tears, no wear, no nothing. I don't understand it.
I saw my sister with torn Barbie limbs, but I see what you're saying. It is crazy how
I've
from
never
the
seen
90s,
a torn Barbie limb. ever.
I've seen a few. But...
That's anecdotal, but like even at Goodwill or anything like that.
The backgrounds
says,
though, God, these are so cool. All of them together.
They're cool, but I wish that they
they
push together a little more seamlessly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be so cool to have these on the shelf pushed together. It's all three of them.
Going back to silicone bodies really quick. You could buy a TB League or find some whatever the fuck they're called for $64, $65.
Yeah.
Hot Toys True Type Body is like $120. So
that's because they don't make them anymore. You're paying market value for those.
How much were they when they came out? I always remember them being very expensive.
I don't think they were that expensive.
That's like, fuck it, I'll just buy a generic one on eBay for $15.
Yeah, back when they came out, like if you go, like I used to read like on the forums, like the groups and everything, and like people were like purchasing those like it was nothing. But I mean I don't have the number in front of me, but I don't think they were that expensive. But nowadays, I mean, you can get a True Type clone body for $15 to $35. So a silicone body is like twice that, the cost of a regular body. But I don't think Hot Toys produces, like you could buy them. You used to be able to buy them, sealed with the Hot Toys branding on it.
How much was the Ryu? Do you remember, Marco?
That's a good question. I bought straight from Iconic, and I think Andy put out a discount code, but maybe let's say like $280 shipped to me, somewhere in that range.
I mean, it's still within normal price range with a really awesome silicone body that they really stress tested. A custom one at that, too. It's not like it was a random one. This would probably have to be custom for silicone legs and stuff, but still.
Yeah.
There's a lot less silicone than a freaking muscled up Ryu.
Let's blow through some of this quickly because we're already about an hour. The Iron Man Mark III open version did release. We have the blogger photos there. I think it does look pretty good. It's a Mark VII, rather, from Iron Man 3. We also did get a Hot Toys Red and Silver Mark III. This is a special edition, which is a joint promo limited to 20 pieces total, which is pretty wild. So there's that. Obviously, I don't think we're going to have a queue for that. No. It's pretty nice. I don't hate it. It's
really nice.
I don't even think you could buy it. It's a gift thing. It's
I see. Okay.
Coca-Cola.
Good stuff, Eddie.
Special release, and they're
okay. I thought it was Coca-Cola, but I didn't see the branding on it.
That's what I heard.
It's like a giveaway thing.
Yeah, they got that magic Coke can. There you go. We also
I think that's what Ben has.
Wow. We also did get the Mark VII Black and Gold version. And Dean, I want to say it was you last week that said this thing's going to come out that weird brown color.
There is no such thing as black chrome, don't you know?
Okay. Damn it, I pressed the wrong button. Dean, I give you 1 point for that. I do recall. And I would say, Hot Toys, if you need someone to tell you if something is black or not, you let me know. That'd just be my only job. Is this black? Yep. No, maybe.
Is this very black?
This shit, yeah, it's very black. This shit is brown. I get it. Like, we had an argument in the Patreon chat today that black chrome isn't a thing. But this isn't brown chrome, right? This is not black.
Are these the blogger photos, too?
The blogger photos were even worse.
Release photos.
No, the blog. Yeah, this is.
Is this not the blogger
promo? Those are the promos.
Yeah. So
Hot Toys.
You can see it, especially on the arm there.
Because in the show sheet we put up the.
Oh, you might be correct. It's okay. Yeah. Like I said, this show was going to be janky. I do apologize. Oh my god, it is worse. Jesus Christ.
Black. Yeah. That
motherfucker looks like a banana. That's an old banana.
Now there is a lot of orange light.
It's a desaturated red, basically, is what it looks like, right?
This is
in some pictures, it looks better than others. I wonder if it's because of the warm lighting pictures. It's brown.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, here it doesn't.
But the thing is, like, the Death Trooper had this issue, and that motherfucker's all black. There's no gold to reflect off of, right?
They had the same problem with the Death Trooper, and then they still didn't figure it out.
Is it not the gold reflecting off the black?
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is the Death Trooper, which is a character that's all black, had the same issue. I think you're right, Eddie. I think that is certainly not helping. You can see right here on this pectoral here that it probably is reflecting off the bicep. But fuck, man, like this shit's not black.
I'm sorry, this is the blue and gray Batman all over again. This is not. It's not good.
This is not it, bro.
Because
it looks so sexy at first.
Well,
that
see,
all
that's
black,
the thing. Is it marketed as black chrome or just black?
Yeah.
And
Same,
gold?
same as the Death Trooper was. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, black and gold version. This motherfucker's
Yeah,
brown.
black and gold, not black chrome and gold.
Hang on, let's double check.
But that makes it even worse
it does
because it's
say
like, okay,
chrome.
well, if you're not trying to be black, does it say chrome?
Oh no, it says black and gold version.
That's
it's definitely
almost
not
even
black.
more egregious because if you're not fighting off trying to get chrome,
Here we go.
then
Black
why
and gold
isn't it
version
black?
adorned in a gleaming chrome finish.
Oh,
so,
okay, there you go.
Yeah, that's where we got the chrome from.
Adorned.
Nothing adorned about that, bro.
Oh, Inside Out 2, Leslie Knope.
Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it still looks cool. It's just...
And this is what I was trying to say in the Patreon chat earlier. They already made a black chrome figure that was actually black. The Armored Batman Black Chrome Edition was like a gloss black.
Yeah.
I don't
Look
fucking
at-
understand how they
Gloss
fucked this
black,
up.
Not chrome.
Look at Thomas's comment.
Hey, I'll tell you what's black.
How about you show us
balls.
what's black?
Those square.
Wow.
Oh my.
All right, let's move on because I know you guys are really excited to talk about this. We have Hot Toys. There's 4 SKUs that are up on
pass.
Sideshow that are.
I will
in the coming
fucking go to
soon.
Canada right now, you motherfucker. Don't even.
Deadpool and Wolverine coming soon, and I know Eddie is so excited.
He's
Like, the most
Canadian, you
excited.
fucking asshole. He's Canadian.
He's so excited.
Both of those guys are Canadian.
Would you be mad if I saw this before I saw the
One's
second
Australian.
No,
Wait,
no, I
who's
meant
Australian?
I'm okay. So Wolverine, the character, is Canadian.
Oh,
and Ryan
right.
Reynolds
You're right.
himself is
You're right.
Canadian.
movie? Yeah, true.
Wow.
Lots of good. Lots of representation.
Wow, neither of them been to the moon.
Yeah, and I don't know if we updated the show sheet or not, but there's actually coming soon listings for both of them, and there's
Yeah, exactly.
2
There's
Deadpools
2 SKUs each.
and 2 Wolverines. So
I thought that
That's
was
my
just a
battle
glitch.
damage version.
yeah, I don't know if that's a glitch or if it's meant to be like a special edition.
Well, sometimes they
and
have like a
regular, or-
deluxe and a regular, or like a collector's and exclusive.
It's still
Yeah.
usually one picture
that's
though, and
true.
then on the
Comes with a
page it
coin.
has the.
Can you imagine?
I'm pretty sure
A 1/6 scale Wolverine popcorn bucket would be pretty dope.
that anything they release from this line, I will get. The only things that I wouldn't get is anything TVA because I could care less, or Charles Xavier's twin sister, whoever that character is supposed to be. I probably won't want her either.
I
But-
think they in the latest trailer teased the Lady Deadpool.
Yeah, I saw the legs. That's
the
right.
legs, the sexy
Yeah.
legs. Unless
So-
it's Deadpool, he's worn heels before.
So do you
I'm
think they
not-
would come out of the
Oh,
gates
yeah.
with just 4 versions, right? It's 2 versions of Deadpool, 2 versions of Wolverine before
I think that's what
the
you gotta
movie
do.
even drops?
I
I
don't
think
know.
that's
Kinda
what you
wild.
gotta do.
Have we seen figures before the movie drops before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Force Awakens.
A few times.
It's been a while.
How soon do you remember? Like how soon before
The Force
movie
Awakens,
dropped?
we had the. I want to say they were in hand by the time the movie dropped, or like pretty
What?
close to,
Bro, Hot
close to
Toys
around
is-
the time. But they've
What about
changed
some of
they
the
don't do that
Spider-Man movies?
anymore.
Yeah,
Have
there
they
was
done it for some of
the
the Spider-Man movies. and
remember
then
the
make it
like
Inside
the
Out
battling-
suit from
Yeah.
Oh, that
the battling
one, was
one
before.
too. Yeah,
You're
I
right.
think both of those.
Oh,
It's
Yeah, Hot Toys
rare.
is salivating right now because they haven't had a Marvel movie hit in a long time. So they're like, man, we're gonna give you. I've been saying like they're gonna go deep in this line. If they come out with 2 Deadpools and 2 Wolverines out of the gate, we're in trouble. Like that means they're not slowing down.
Dude, hopefully we don't have to apply our own duct tape this time.
Jesus.
Oh my.
Wow.
That was some fuckery by Hot Toys. Let's see, what do we have here? We also have by Hot Toys, they are celebrating the 85 years of Marvel comic books, and they're saying that this is going to be Marvel Productions, the Ultimate Marvel Summer 2024, which, I mean, I guess it's cool. I would have loved to see a Hono badge on this instead of a Hot Toys badge, because I feel like Hono is where we're really going to get the comic inspired or comic accurate looks. But I'll take any crumb that I can get. But I feel like Hono has been perhaps a bit too quiet lately. I need to see more Hono.
I'll
I need to
say.
see anything Hono would be nice. In
Yeah.
hands would be even better, but
Is it possible that maybe they've abandoned the Hono line? They're just like,
Bro,
"Ah."
that would be a fucking travesty, bro. I saw people
Now
buy like
would be
4
the time.
Wolverines, bro. There's no fucking way.
Now would be the time that they should have dropped stuff, right? There hasn't been stuff coming out, minus Star Wars.
I'm gonna give you a point if you are correct.
I hope not. I don't even want to put that out there, but it'd be sad.
You already did, bro.
Just glad they're giving Star Wars hopefully a break, because holy shit.
Why, you don't want the Acolyte
so
figures?
much Star Wars.
Does anybody want
I don't
the
know. I
Acolyte
haven't seen
figures?
it, but it's been so much Star Wars. I need a break.
Dude, actually, fucking Jedi Master Soul would be pretty fucking dope.
Are we gonna do the guessing thing again this year?
Ooh, we
for the
should
summer
do that.
showcase. That's a point for you, Eddie.
We
No, I'm
should
kidding.
do that, Eddie. That's a great idea. Let's see. One last thing. I'm so excited for this. So Saturday morning, Alid in the Patreon chat sent me a message. He's like, "Bro, I have a great idea for Zach's Wonderland," and he spun me this web of a tale by which we could produce a stand adapter for the Black Suit Spider-Man, and got to work on it right away. And I talked to Philip the Fool earlier. I think this weekend he may come over, but also I've had offers from Riley, Joey, and Connor from Hot Toys Hotline to either measure or send me their figures to produce this item, and I'm very excited. And I'm so excited.
Production cost, one figure.
Yeah, right. And so the plan is, if I can design it and it works, obviously only if it works. Obviously, I'll be producing these for sale on Zach's Wonderland, but these would really cost more to ship than they're worth to produce. Right? This might be like a $5 to $6 print, and shipping would be $8. A lot of libraries, like in San Antonio, Dean, some of our libraries, you can take files to, and they will print them for you for free. It's like your tax dollars pay a portion for that. And so what I'd like to do is release the file for free, and that way collectors can print them. So I know we made a post on the group. I know we had some people that joined the group because of the post. Give me a little bit of time. I'm hoping to have this sorted out here, hopefully by this weekend, and then if everything works well, we'll put the file for free, and then also the offer the prints. Jay, are you playing fucking Helldivers right now?
Hell no. I'm logging
You
into
fucking
it.
guy, you just popped up on my fucking screen, Jay.
I have to
You
log
popped
in to
up
check
on my
something.
fucking... Yeah, you gotta check something.
Bro.
Yeah, I gotta check something.
I looked down and it's sure enough.
It's almost 11 o'clock. I gotta check him before the day's over. It's almost midnight here, right?
Jesus.
Dean says
realized that.
I looked down at my screen because I was playing as well. Is it, how the hell?
Dean's like, 'cause
what'd
I
you
was-
look down at?
Oh boy.
No,
Anyway,
Steam
so
will tell you when your friends get online.
Yeah, I
Dean
gotta
caught
check
me
him
one
before the
Dean
day's
caught me
over. I
one
had a
time
busy
playing
day,
Flight
okay?
Sim during unboxing, and it was so embarrassing. So I had to get Jay back.
Wow.
Anyways,
I'm not embarrassed.
I know that there are
I'm
other
just serving democracy.
other people in the sphere that yeah, Luke says Jeddah has so Jeddah has one as well. But this will be so Charlie says explain what this is. So let's see here. So the Black Suit Spider-Man, it has you know the 4 plugs for the what are they, spider arms, claw arms, whatever. And with these Spider-Man figures, if you use the included clamp, over time it'll eat into the it'll actually tear up the suit really bad. And so what I'm designing is something that will plug straight into the 4 holes on the back, and then you'll screw it in. It'll basically slide onto the post, so you won't need the clamp anymore. The entire holding force on the figure, goddamn, why does it move so slow, will be these prongs here, and then this will just slide down the base. So it looks confusing, but once I get the figure, I'll make a full video about it, and I'll show you guys how it works. And yeah, like I said, you can download this for free once we get the file done, and then if you need me to print it for whatever reason, we could do that as well. So stay tuned for that. I just wanted to plug that in.
Well, quick question: which one are you measuring this with then?
So
I'm curious if they're different between.
Yeah, so from what I've heard, I have a friend that's a collector that has the integrated suit and the Spider-Man 2, like the advanced suit, the new 2.0 that has the legs.
Yeah.
The measurements for the little holes should be the same, but Connor from Hot Toys Hotline is going to send me both to double check. But yeah, from what I've heard, people say they're the same. So In theory, this will work for at least those two. I don't know if it'll work for other figures, but that's at least 3 Hot Toys right there that it could work for. And that's why I want to make it for free. It's not really like
You don't
the
mean
file
the
at least.
Iron. You don't mean the Iron Spider one with the arms.
That one I don't. That one I don't know because that's an older figure. But what I'm saying is the integrated suit, which is the one from No Way Home, where he gets the.
I forgot that one had that.
He gets like the gold in his suit. That one has 4 legs, and then the advanced suit 2.0, and then the black suit from Spider-Man 2, the video game.
I have the Iron Spider, but.
Yeah. So what I can do is send you one, and you can tell me if it works. I don't know if it will, but I may need you to measure it beforehand before I send it.
For sure.
Conquer Knight says, "Can you make something we can use for the Tobey Spider-Man?" I'm trying to think of how it would work. I'm not quite sure, but I can try. I do actually have a Tobey Spider-Man. Yeah, I just want to plug it. I know, like I said, like Luke said, Jeddah has a video up as well. So if you want to, I think he even may be selling his version as well. So, you know, if you like his design better or you feel more comfortable going through him, that's great. I don't know if he's going to make the file available, but we plan to make ours available. So stay tuned for that. It looks kind of weird, but it should, I think, plug in pretty well once I have all the measurements. But yeah, that'll be going, hopefully, if everything works well, either when I get Connor's or Philip can come this weekend. If Philip can bring his figure over this weekend, in theory, I could have a file done by probably by Saturday. And then Euler said he wants to make another design too, so there you go. But
maybe Philip will finally admit to spilling the beer too.
You know what? If Philip comes over, I will forgive him for spilling the beer. I'll say it right now, America. I will say it right now. But yeah, so
what if
Jazzy
he is innocent?
Look, man, could be news to me as far as I'm concerned. Jazz Inc. Dioramas did post 2 updates. There we go. Sam Giz. Hopefully anyone has chat with Sports Axe Wonderland. There you go. 2 updates on the Catwoman. I believe that they are. So the post here says a great idea from Sean Dabbs, which, by the way, if someone calls you the Legendary, I need to have that in front of my name when people talk about me. At any rate, for the 3rd expression of the Catwoman figure, we will try to combine the tongue out for licking poses and a bird in the mouth. What do you think? And I think a lot of the feedback was more that the eyebrows should change if possible for the 3rd sculpt to match the expression here. But I think it's great that they're thinking kind of outside the box, right? Using the same general portrait and then doing a small swap out piece to basically give you a 3rd and now 4th option for posing. Love to see that. We also did get the update here. I believe this is Full Metal Customs that's working on these for the actual Jazzing production run, but these are metal, the claws that are going to go on the hands. And I don't have a photo of it, but Jazz also did post a video of the suit articulating. I had some concerns about the durability. Obviously, they said they're going to test it, but these are supposed to be made of metal, so that's pretty cool.
She only has them on the gloves, right, in the movie? Ever?
I don't know if he's just putting them on this like as a holder.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
I'm not an expert.
I don't remember. I think they're sewed into the suits.
Right? I think
Charlie,
they show them. Anyways.
Charlie, send me an email, zach@collectingweekly.com. I don't quite understand what you're saying, but I'm curious on the feedback.
He's talking about the...
that would be hard.
Can it
spin?
I see what he's saying.
Can the plugs spin so that way they don't just have to turn the...
So like making the trapezoid spin.
Yes.
Ooh.
2.0
That would be a lot harder.
Try that. Yeah, because I'd have to print it as 2 parts, which isn't a problem, and then push it together. But then you're relying on the strength of that tiny little post. I can look into it. No promises though. But yes, I will look into it. But yeah, I think these are just the like he's doing it to just showcase it.
Right yeah. They look good.
Charlie, I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm that smart, but I will give it the old college try. But yeah, anyone have a thought on either of these things here?
I'm excited to see the final product. That's all I'll say. It's a lot to aspire. I don't know what the right word is. Like, he's promising a lot. So
that's the thing. Yeah. When it actually is announced, Yost is a friend of the show. Obviously, we've given them their flowers when they deserve it. If it's not up to par, or not up to, anyways, if it's not up to the standards that the community sets, which are definitely high. They're definitely high. We just talked about it with Inart. If it's not up to the standards, I don't want to see this narrative that like there's a victim mentality, like, oh well, we wanted to do more figures, but this isn't well received. So it's just like, just come, if you're gonna enter this arena again after the Iron Scavenger, you got to put your best foot forward. So I want to see a really high quality prototype, and hopefully they come out swinging.
Completely agree.
I like all the little fingered things.
The stress testing they did on the pants, that impressed me. Like the video there.
Can you guys play the video?
Wait,
or
did they post a video stress testing it or just articulating it? Because it seemed more like they just
Same
did a
Oh, the articulating one. Sorry, I would say that looked pretty cool. So yeah.
Can you guys play it or
cautiously
no?
Optimistic.
I can try to find it. Have you not seen it, or do you just want to play it for the stream?
I have not seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
Kind of cool.
Jay, if you can get off Helldivers for 2 seconds and help me find the link.
Yeah,
I already logged off.
I'm just busting your balls.
If you can maybe put some things in the show sheet when you see it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, I asked
Things
if
other
In-N-Out
than
was
In-N-Out
good news,
pricing.
all right? It sounded like it might be
Here we
interesting.
go.
Felt a little
California.
hatery, a little hater-80.
Wait, what was hatery?
The In-N-Out pricing.
I'm
It
curious.
doesn't affect you at all.
I thought it was an important subject.
Wow.
Let me see here.
Let me find some Timmy Hortons pricing things and post.
Dude,
that
that's a major problem here. They talk about
that
it
man
every time.
threw that
prices go
coffee
up.
at that human being. That was crazy.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Okay, there's a lot of fucking photos here. Boy, let me. It's gonna be tough. Oh, here we go. Let's see.
It's gonna be tough.
Share this tab. There we go. Yeah, this wasn't really a stress test, Jay. They were just showing the suit.
No, yeah, just the articulate. I was pretty impressed by the way he moves the legs around here. Like it's.
Oh, this might not even be that video. Hang on.
Oh,
Hang on,
really?
man. There's I think 2 videos that he posted.
That looks good though.
The guy
That seems
was
like a
talking-
good
Oh, here we go.
material.
White, yeah. And everyone
Just
was
the
saying
sound.
shit.
The sound to me does not inspire confidence, if I'm being honest.
So this looks like the material they used for that third-party Trinity that I had.
Did you like
But
it?
how
or
was
no?
that one?
It did move very well. I didn't have it
Those
long
titties on
enough
the
to
screen.
stress test it, but
Say that again, Zach.
Those titties on the screen. I didn't even notice.
wow.
Had to hop off.
Gonna get
The
banned.
doll.
I know. Anyways, what are we doing here?
It
Anyone
looked
else
good.
have anything?
From that, it looked like it would hold up.
That's
I want
possible,
one.
bro.
I want a Catwoman to go with the Batman. I'll say that much.
Really?
And I'm more interested in this over the third-party ones, probably, just because you would hope that this is better quality than
also
what the third-party ones will be. But
Interested to see how he achieves that faceplate swap out because she has there's no bottom to her cowl. It's literally the mouth that connects to the back of her head. Like, there's nowhere, she doesn't have a strap
From
under
the
the cowl
chin,
that you
yeah.
can do a faceplate on. So I don't know how he's gonna achieve that.
It probably just connects up into the head, and then the faceplate sits over the neck.
All the way back here, like it cut, because it literally goes back here. So that would be the whole bottom half of the head.
Yeah, but
How would the-
it just has to peg in up by the eyes. The
or
neck
by
joint.
like her jaw, like where her jawline ends, maybe, sort of thing.
Obviously, this is all marketing, just kind of drip
I'd have
feeding
more
us.
faith in a Zach Wonderland figure.
Wow.
at this
Oh,
point.
wow.
You really shouldn't, to be honest.
Jeez.
I hate to hear.
But he's drip feeding us this information, right? This is all marketing, get to build the hype. But wouldn't it have been a bit better to just wait until this is fully baked and then
Well,
like put your
I don't disagree, and I think initially that was their plan. I think the reason why they did it this way,
those other figures were announced,
there was
right?
other companies that announced figures, and I think kind of like what I'm doing with the Spider-Man stand, you don't want to lose too much of the initiative. So
I think it's smart though, because
yeah.
anyone who was considering the third party, like,
it
myself,
gives
I
cause
was
for pause for sure.
I would have. I'm not gonna probably buy the third party now.
Yeah.
And if I would have had the third party, I probably would say, you know what, I've already got something that's half decent. I'm not gonna buy another one.
Bro, that
Makes
sounds like
sense.
a good segment, Zach. The
Dude,
cause
that's one of
for
my
pause.
favorite things to say on the show. I love it. I say it
You've
all the
never
time.
said that before.
Oh, I've said it a lot on this show.
No,
it's
not
like
even a little bit.
no. Ask anyone. That
I love
watches
to
it.
I've
agree
been
with
here
you,
for every
Dean.
episode.
I love
because
to.
you're
I
paying. You're not
think
paying
he might
attention
be
half
right
the show.
here.
That's not true.
I've said this a lot.
I literally have never heard that phrase ever.
I've
Okay.
never heard
Not
him
from
say
you,
that.
not from
I
anybody.
swear on my life, I have said cause for pause on this show, like
Search the transcripts.
many times.
Someone,
many times.
A CW superfan. We need a supercut of Zach saying
I have said
cause
for pause many times.
I've heard him say it before. I don't know about many times, but I've definitely heard him say it before.
Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet
Wow,
guy.
no thank you for me.
Oh, I didn't. Well, I thought you were talking about Helldivers. I thought something Helldivers happened, and you were talking about that.
Wow.
Yeah, I played and you didn't. You have still level 28, aren't you?
How dare you? Because I work for a living. It's like the middle of the
Okay.
day, and he's like, I'm on a work call, and he's
Zach
playing
likes to
Helldivers.
pretend he's the only
Printing.
motherfucker that works during
He's
the day.
printing. He's not working.
No, but the machine's printing. I'm working.
Working
Also,
on
Dean, you said many
Spider-Man
times that you're
plugs.
just. I'm trying to do it for the community. I'm like
Zach,
fucking.
I didn't say
I'm like
anything about me.
fucking.
I'm just saying you use
Gandhi
like, I'm
almost.
at work. It's like
Mother
everybody's
Teresa
at work.
over here.
I'm like Mother Death. Exactly. I'm like Mother Teresa.
I think she
Dean
got
doesn't
canceled.
recognize that religion.
I think you are. Dean, who's the Jewish Mother Teresa?
Oy vey.
Oh!
Oh, Gavalt. Anyways, this is our last show on air. We are
That's
going to
our
cancel.
word. You can't use that.
I'm sorry. Anyways, what are we even talking about here? Let's move on before we beat off the dead horse. J&D posted this video, and it is thrilling. I'm going to pull it up right now. We're going to watch that section in its entirety. Boy, breaking news here, boys. J&D news, what is this, 27? Let's see here. Ba-ba-da-bum. God damn it, I got an ad.
Oh, wow.
It was Hurts, too.
It's a good thumbnail.
Here we go.
Final piece of news. Remember the second 1/6 scale action figure launched by J&D Kojin Works? Yeah, the first one was Heath Ledger's The Joker, and the second one was Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne. Well,
could
we've been
we
working
forget?
to improve on the prototype, as we always do, and we were testing out rooting and styling the hair on this piece. Remember, we had initially decided to go with the sculpted hair because it was difficult to style the shorter hair of Bruce Wayne in the 6th scale. It didn't look realistic enough to meet our hyperreal standards. Well, after a few tests,
Hyper real.
we found a way to make the rooted hair look really good. Yeah, we can make it work. So now that we found a way, we are planning to upgrade the sculpted hair to rooted hair for J&D Kojin Works Bruce Wayne. Isn't that like the best news of 2024, maybe? I don't know, it could be if you're having a really bad year. So for type A orders,
funny,
you
though.
will
That's
now
good.
get a head with rooted hair instead of the sculpted hair. And for type C orders, you will get 2 heads, one with sculpted hair and the other with rooted hair. 12 p.m. Friday, June 14th. We will be releasing photos of the newly improved heads and open up pre-order for a very short time, just in case
Yeah,
there are
hate to see
collectors
it.
on the fence who weren't able to pull the trigger.
You hate to
If
see
this is you
Jesus.
and you're still interested, mark your calendars. That's 12 p.m. Friday the 14th at the
I'm gonna have a tough combo with
So-
Gigi.
We
To
didn't
clarify-
get enough
hang on.
pre-orders, is what he's saying.
To clarify, silicone is not as real as real hair. Stay tuned for J&D News episode 28 where they tell us that water is also wet. Obviously, fucking real hair is more realistic than silicone. Who the fuck? A terrible decision. I also don't love that they're reopening the pre-order. I guess I get it if that was like why you're on the fence. But I don't know. That seems kind of yucky. What do you guys think?
They can't get that many more pre-orders from reopening this. Like, if you were on the fence at that price,
And at this point,
I
there's
just-
been like 2 new Hot Toys Batman announced since this.
yeah, I think they're cooked. Honestly, I think they're on their way out. But I think there was confusion too. Initially, it seemed like they announced that maybe it was rooted on at least a few of the websites that had it up for pre-order, maybe even their own site, and then it was actually silicone. But the fact that they're at least giving 2 sculpts, I'll give them props for that. They're not taking one option away. They're saying we're going to upgrade and give you another one. That's what
Yeah.
I heard at least.
Yeah, which is
That's true,
fantastic.
yeah.
And I mean, at least we don't know what the pricing will be on the new window that opens up, but there wasn't a mention of like, oh, the price is now going to be this much higher. So credit where credit's due. I don't hate it, but I hate everything about it.
If only the one guy that was brave enough to order this had showed up tonight. You hate to see it.
As nice as J&D is as well, when they say our hyper realistic standards, I think of some of their past stuff. It's like, I don't know about that. But
I see that Joker statue that they did that I've never seen it in person, but all the pictures that I see just looks rough. And then it's like, okay, that's going to be the first figure we have.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So that's yeah.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but it is my least favorite.
I watched their. They recently shipped their Superman 3rd scale statue, and that likeness looks okay. Some of the angles on it looks good. It's not hyper. I mean, I guess the materials are hyper realistic, but they still can't get the likenesses right. Even on the, I can never pronounce her name right. Erwin. Erwin.
Yeah.
Arwen.
Eowyn?
She
Arwen?
parts of it look good to me, and then it's like I'll be looking at it and it look good, and then I look at it again and it looks different, and I'm like, it doesn't look good. I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's a silicone face that like it's harder to get it perfect, but yeah, they're never like spot on for the price, you know.
The Wonder Woman they just did, I saw Bob Dylan's unboxing. Shout out to Bob Dylan. That looked great.
Shout out to Bobby D.
Yeah, legend. That looks fantastic. Honestly, that's one of the better products I've seen them produce. But again, at the prices that you're demanding,
I think the Wonder Woman is their best one, but even that one, there are certain angles it doesn't look right.
We're not talking about the gold suit one though, right? Like the
regular suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about the gold. You're right.
Both look good though to me, but yeah. Again, prices you're demanding, you got to knock it out of the park every time. I don't know if they can be trusted to do that. And then again, the Batman is still just a statue. It's like that's what you need to do a dress.
At all.
Make that a figure. Go back and do that first.
That might be one of the worst decisions. Like, I don't know. That's just bad.
Eddie, can you do me a favor?
No.
Just do a pose like this. Put your hands out like you're running with a football.
Absolutely not.
I just want you to recreate the Mattern cover with the Raiders.
Why?
In the back.
What's a Mattern?
Oh, because I have the NFL. Because I have the Raider thing back there.
Yeah, the Raiders in the back.
What do you think? That Americans just jump for you Canadians? That's what you think?
I just want to see if it looked like the cover.
You say something and we jump.
Like I'm your clown.
Yeah,
like
you're
I'm
America's hat, dude. Get out of here.
Jesus.
America, I don't know about that.
You have a Doritos shirt on right now.
It's a sweater, you fool.
That was ugly, Eddie. Eddie, take that back.
Bro,
what's wrong with Doritos?
I like how his defense was like, it's a sweater.
Yeah, it's a sweater.
Like that made it better.
Eddie, that was absolutely unacceptable, Eddie. That was
Eddie, you're not allowed to eat Doritos anymore.
That was diabolical work, Eddie. How dare you? That was one of the worst things that has ever been said on this show, Eddie. How fucking dare
I'd rather be called a rat, dude.
Jesus.
Way too soon, first of all. Really quickly, to address Charlie the Unicorn's question, it's the Platinum 1/3 Wonder Woman. Looks good.
That was awful.
Eddie, you're not allowed to eat Doritos anymore. You've already eaten too many.
Wow! Wow! You take it to the next level. Huh?
Hey, we had to go for it. I had to go for it.
Jesus.
Oh my god!
Wow, that's too much. That is too much.
I'm never wearing this sweater again on the show.
No, I can't wear my fucking blood shirt anymore.
I say at least there's no stain on it. Shit.
Wow.
Dorito stains and nut. Wow.
Well, that's why it's that color, so you can't see the Dorito stains.
Wow,
that's a good idea.
That's crazy, Eddie. That's crazy. Honestly,
an
that's
insane
too
thing to
far,
say,
bro. That you had that ready to go. You were sitting on that one, bro.
I just
He's
wanted
just
to
angry. He's just angry about the Raiders.
The
right?
insults.
He's
one
just
after
really upset
another
about
to
the
make
Raiders.
Dean laugh. I was like, the further I go with this, Dean will laugh. and I got it. So
that's crazy, bro. Anyways, we can't be doing that to each
Poor
other.
Raiders on the back of the cover. You
Wow.
hate to see it.
That's too much, bro.
Bro, they did do them dirty. That's fucked up.
The way that one
and-
guy just grasping for the ball. Please give me the ball.
It's named after their old head coach. That's the dirtiest part about
Oh,
it.
it's
It's like
great.
John Madden would have never signed off on this bullshit.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why 2 games ago they did a whole tribute game to him because they were like, we're gonna fucking.
Let's milk that.
This is our last.
Dude, that's what they did to Kobe Bryant too.
Milk that tit.
Jesus. All right, let's keep going. We have a little bit of Lego drama, which I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm on Lego's side here a little bit. So there's a lot of drama in the Lego community right now about this Captain Rex minifigure. So a lot of times Lego will do what's called Ultimate Collector sets, and in those sets they're very expensive, right? Like $400, $500, $600 easy and up, right? $800 for the Millennium Falcon. And when they release the sets, Lego will often say in advance, like, hey, this set of minifigures or this number of minifigures are exclusive to this set, meaning almost like a promise. Like, we're telling you the only way to get these is in this set. And they've been doing it for a long time. I mean, they'll put some really important minifigures in very expensive sets. And when this came out, they had said that there will be... I think there is only 2 minifigures in this whole set, but it's Captain Rex and Wolf Yularen, which is the Clone Wars voice guy who's also in episode 4. Anyway, so again, the only way to get Rex for the longest time, this new Rex, was in this many $100 set. Recently, did I not put the rest of the fucking photos? God damn it. Recently, Lego released a mini fighter Y-Wing, and it's a $15 Lego set. And it has that same Rex. It's actually $13. And people are freaking out. There's people that bought that set thinking that their investment would be protected in this minifigure. Now, to buy this minifigure beforehand, I mean, this was something that was... I mean, exclusive Lego minifigures... Dean, I'm not sure how into that market you are. You're friends with Rainer, but...
Yeah.
I mean, you could spend more than $100
familiar.
just on a minifigure that's exclusive to a set. And so the fact
Yeah, they'll
that
be more expensive than the set.
Sometimes, yeah. In fact, you'll see a lot of eBay sales where it's the whole set, but they'll say like bag 1 and bag 6 have been opened to take the minifigures out, and then they'll reseal those bags. And so people are freaking out. There's people that are scalping this set. So you can see here Lego is back ordered for 60 days on this. But people are going out and buying like 10 to 20 of these sets to resell the minifigure for, I think people are selling for like $20. And so it's really caused a lot of division in the Lego community as to like, one, this was supposed to be an exclusive to this set item that you then almost immediately re-released as a much cheaper set, which devalues a lot of things and also then creates another scalped item in the community, which in Lego, it does happen pretty often where people will go out and buy like 20 battle packs at a time.
Now,
it's pretty bad.
How sure are we that it's the exact same minifigure?
That is a great question, because I know sometimes they do have different printings.
They have different printings. Like if you wanted, there's only one Boba Fett you could get with his gauntlets printed on the arms.
Yes, that's correct.
And that's with the UCS. Now you could get a bunch of other Boba Fetts, but it's not the same Boba Fett. So
yeah, you're correct.
I'm curious as to if it's literally the same one. Like, oh, maybe this one has all the X's on the helmets, or this one comes with the backpack and the other one doesn't, or whatever,
Yeah. So this was a little bit of a late addition to the show, but from what I understand, excuse me, from what I understand, it is identical from all the stuff that I've seen on like the Lego Adult Fans of Lego page. And that's why it's a big deal. And that's why people are going out and buying like there was one guy that had like 20 of them. He found basically a case at Walmart and bought all 20. So we don't really talk a lot of Lego. This was kind of interesting to me. So
yeah, we talk
don't
enough
spend too long on here. Yeah.
Lego said it's the exact same.
Lego's like as bad as Nintendo. It's like they're like one of those companies. I feel like they got you by the balls and they know it. And
Yeah.
honestly, I Lego's practices suck. We've talked about it with their pricing lately. I don't know. Make Lego great again, I guess.
But I think it's safe to say that in 2024, collecting with value is dead.
Oh, 100%. Eddie, I'm giving you a
There's
point
no
for that.
more collecting with value. There might be some.
Maybe the
little
Hot Toys
instances
exclusives, you
here.
can flip them
Yeah.
just a little bit initially. But yeah, I think you're right, Eddie.
Yeah, I don't
1
know
by
that
10.
that'd be a good. We don't really do topics anymore, but
Thank God. I was
that
running
would
out of
be
ideas.
a good discussion because there's nothing's holding value. You know, it's very, very, very seldomly do things hold or go up. You know.
Yeah. Hodor says that he has the Venator and he has no feelings either way on this. I feel Lego should have just not used the word exclusive. Also, a very good take, Hodor.
Yeah, and also, you know what else you don't get in this set with the Captain Rex? A fucking Venator.
It's like, yeah, but it's only $15,
Yeah,
$13.
Yeah,
It's crazy
exactly.
that-
Like,
the minifigures mean way more to Lego collectors than
no,
the
you're
actual
right,
set
but
itself.
it's
crazy.
crazy to me because it's like,
Yeah, me too.
I'm not buying a set to build a minifigure. It's cool that they're included. I'm buying it for the set. That's why the set is $800.
I don't
'Cause it's
even
the size of a table. Like,
I don't even care if they don't give me a minifigure. And I thought that was crazy to see. Like, I started watching Lego YouTube channels once I started getting into Lego, and it's crazy that like the minifigures they demand. Like, if you have a 1,000-piece set, it needs like at least 2 or 3 minifigures, or however many pieces they expect one minifigure. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure if you go deep down in the rabbit hole, you know, the numbers make sense. Like, oh, for X amount of pieces, there should be, like you said, X amount of minifigures. But like, as a super casual Lego guy, like I have Lego sets. I'm interested in the set, not necessarily the minifigures. Because honestly, the minifigures are gonna sit inside the set anyway. I'm never gonna see them. I'm gonna put them in the seat.
Or they're not even to scale for the set.
Yeah, or call it a day. Yeah, it's crazy. Now I have hunted minifigures down. I got I believe I got it from Zach, the clone gunship. And I was like, I want to get a bunch of clone troopers, and I want to have Rex, Ahsoka, and Cody standing in the gunship. And that took me forever because those figures are really hard to get. The phase ones, because they stopped making them way before I started getting into them. Yeah, so I understand the minifigure game, but I also just don't really get it.
And I was trying to read the picture you posted. The Venator does say exclusive in like the advertise. I couldn't really find it, or maybe I just didn't see it.
Was it you're mute, Zach. He circled it in the thing.
Yes, it's the instructions. Like the collector's series figures, they come with like it's almost like a book. It's not really like instructions. They have like behind the scenes about the model and like who made it, and in it they'll give you like the highlights of the set. And so this does say exclusive. It says both are exclusive.
Oh, both are exclusives to the set. I see it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was reading while I was at work today.
All right, let's move on here. We do have a $10 code for the Inart Hermione if you would like to use it. It's CWHermione at 16kit.com. Again, that's $10 off using code CWHermione. Not sure if it's case sensitive, but if it is, it's capital C, capital W, capital H, and the rest are lowercase. We also have a 15% off in-stock items and a full pay pre-order code with code CW at collectorzone.com. Be sure to check out their Collector Zone convention there in July. They also have the exclusive Maradona Iron Studios 1/10 scale statue. They're the official. It's exclusive to them as the United States retailer for that. So if you like Maradona, then you can purchase that there. And if you want a full pay, it's 15% off with code CW. Let's see here. Junk drawer. We have an assortment of stuff here, and it's kind of a bit random. So we'll just kind of go through this. Netflix, it seems like Tommy Shelby wasn't finished with me. It is very gratifying to be recollaborating with Stephen Knight and Tom Harper on the film versions of Peaky Blinders. Film version, rather. This is one for the fans, and it's a quote from Cillian Murphy. A Peaky Blinders film is coming to Netflix, and I have reservations about it. I don't know how I feel about it. I fucking love Peaky Blinders, but boy.
No spoilers, but does this show kind of end with some room to continue on, or what are your reservations?
It's almost like if you took Game of Thrones, and I'm not saying Peaky Blinders is or isn't as good as Game of Thrones. It's a very similar show in that plot points. It's probably on a smaller scale because Game of Thrones, some of the plot points go through seasons, whereas in Peaky Blinders, there are some small overarching plot points, but they're very much introduced. They face trials and tribulations and then somewhat solved and resolved by the end of the season. And then there's some things that carry on. And so when you take a show that's in that format and you try to condense essentially probably a season's worth of content into 1 to 3 hours, or like 1.5 to 3 hours, I really don't know. And I've always had reservations about, like, when my favorite shows, like, there was a rumor back in the day, like, The Office was going to do a movie, and it's like, bro, like, I don't know if a 30-minute show can be stretched out to, like, a full movie and still feel the same.
Yeah.
Maybe the only... And this is kind of silly, but I feel like Trailer Park Boys is, like, the only show that has ever made movies that I really enjoy, because they're just as shitty as the show.
Entourage.
Yeah.
Breaking
Entourage
Bad also
did
had.
I haven't seen those, so I can't comment on that. But what are your points on those, Entourage and
Well,
Breaking Bad?
to be fair though, Entourage is an HBO show, and it's like an hour-long show anyway, each episode. So the movie is like an hour and a half, I think. So it's really just a stretched-out show, too. So that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head, other than Badfish saying Breaking Bad. That
Yeah, El
was
Camino
Yeah,
was
El
great
Camino
too.
was good.
El Camino was good, but it was not as good as the show.
Yeah.
Oh, for
That
sure.
could have
It's a
been-
nice
yeah.
little.
That's true.
It's a nice
That
little
could have
post
been-
credit.
But that could have been because what's his name isn't in it? Walter White, right?
Yeah.
Well,
he's in it for like
no
a second,
spoilers.
but yeah.
No spoilers.
But yeah, I mean, Netflix 2024, I'm sure it'll be Tammy Shelby, but I guess we'll see.
This guy.
Wow. Wow. You hate to see it.
Wow. Yeah, and then Eddie Arrow Maestro makes a great point. Polly, who was like a huge, like the matriarch of the show, passed away from, I think it was breast cancer, very tragically. And so I just don't really know how that, how that, I don't recall if, maybe, I don't even know if I've seen the last season. I'm almost certain I have.
Maybe it's
but
not
I
a
don't
direct sequel.
I don't
Maybe
think
it'll
that
be
she's
like
in
10 years later or something. Because when did the last season come out?
It was, I think, 2 years ago. It was pretty recent.
Oh, really? Okay.
I thought this was just like a sequel or something, but when you said film version of Peaky Blinders, I see what you're saying now. So
That's season 6. Oh, you know what? This show did end on like a pretty nice little buttoned up ending. Now that I'm reading the the ending for this show is actually fucking insane. In fact, after the stream, I may have to play it for y'all.
So that wording is very weird, Badfish, because it's a film version of the show. So it's not a sequel. It's the whole show in one movie. Is that?
I don't know. And then the
That's
title
the
on
way
the
it's
script
worded.
is a Peaky Blinders film, which could mean anything.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Could be a prequel.
But apparently Cillian Murphy's the one quoting saying it's a film version of Peaky Blinders, so I don't know.
Yeah. A film? You're not saying it right.
Film?
Wow.
Film.
I tried to get into Peaky Blinders, and
me
it's
too.
it's pretty good. But it was like when I watched the first episode of Breaking Bad, I was like, oh, I'm gonna sit here all day and watch it.
Yeah.
And same thing with Game of Thrones. This I was like, I'll pick it back up in a couple of days, and then I didn't. And then a month later, I'd watch a couple more, and like it is good. I just never felt
Yeah.
gripped by it, but
It's funny you say Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad, those are two shows that are some of my all-time favorite shows that when I first started watching them, I kind of low-key gave up on them. Where I'm like, it's not really like grabbing my attention like I really hoped, and then ended up going back and
oh man,
wow.
Like,
yeah,
I haven't given up on Eddie yet though.
I remember thinking that about the first episode of Game of Thrones until it got to like the end where it, like all those bodies were all strewn out.
Dude, the very end of the first episode is awesome.
I don't think I started watching Game of Thrones until they were already on like season 3 or 4. So
yeah,
I was hooked.
I did the same thing with, or I was trying to with Game of Thrones as I did with Breaking Bad. I was like, everyone's so hyped about this, I don't want to have to wait, so I'm gonna wait for it to be over, and then I'll start it. And yeah, I binged the fucking shit out of them. But
this is getting more popular though. I think Zach doing movie like we've heard the announcement for Mandalorian. It's been done in the past, and we might see it more often in the future. That we get, like, I could see them doing a Cobra Kai movie, or especially Netflix, because they just like to do whatever they think is gonna make them money. So, because El Camino was a Netflix thing too, wasn't it? Or am I wrong? I might be.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But
Holy
also,
crap.
you know, that's what businesses do is try to make money.
Oh,
But
so
I
it's
feel
okay
like
now. No, I'm just kidding.
with streaming becoming more and more popular, right? And like you see with Furiosa, an original property, well, not original property, but it didn't do very well in the box office. So it's like if you can take the fans from a streaming show and you kind of have a guaranteed fan base already, that's a way better gamble than just trying to do a Mad Max spinoff.
Since you brought it up, I have to say Furiosa was so damn good. It's to me it's better than Fury Road.
Okay, you're tripping there.
It's
that's negative
so
points.
good,
Negative
dude.
20
Well,
points.
we know
It is
Eddie's
the-
track record. It's okay.
Wow,
That's high
how dare
praise.
you. No, it's good because I loved Fury Road, and I'm not a Mad Max guy. Like, I haven't seen any of the original Mad Max movies.
Don't. They're weird.
What?
They're not
Wow.
worth watching. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Jesus.
The new ones are so
Okay.
much better.
Okay, that's fucking crazy to say.
I thought
Fury
it
Road
was
is an
That's
really
like
all-time
saying
banger,
don't watch
though.
the Planet of the Apes movie.
That's like saying the Batman Nolan movies suck.
Wow, he's got a
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Fair point.
They do though.
Wow.
Wow, this got real personal this
A
episode.
lot better. They're a lot better than the Mad Max movies. I'll say that much.
Made me
I'm not
uncomfortable.
saying those movies aren't. I'm not saying those movies are fucking high tier, fucking
They don't hold up.
It's
in
not
my
like
opinion,
The
is what I'm saying.
Godfather or, what's the one with say hello to my
Goodfellas.
little friend.
Oh, Scarface.
Scarface.
Goodfellas, Scarface. Like those movies are like you have to watch those movies.
Tough
Like,
take
there's-
though. I feel like Scarface is more iconic than it is like a really great movie.
That's
like
a
it's
great
well
movie,
done,
Yeah,
but it's more
if
more
you-
iconic.
But if you watch it, you're like, oh, I get it. Like I understand why people like this so much. I'm not saying
Mad
that
Max,
the
you
Mad
don't do
Max
that,
movies
though.
are like that, but suggesting like not even watching them at all is crazy. Like
I think you can get by without them. Eddie has.
Who is Max and why
Wow.
is he mad? That's what I want to know.
Think John Wick. Just think John Wick story, but that's what happened.
Oh, okay.
So whatever.
The
Why
first
was John
movie-
Wick so angry? That's why Mad Max is mad.
the first movie is it feels like it's not even connected to the same universe. Cuz there's like cities and he's a cop and
Oh,
you know,
it's
there's,
pre.
highways and stuff like
Oh
it
no,
feels
it's
very like
apocalyptic.
normal.
There's just some.
Oh.
It doesn't
okay.
feel as post-apocalyptic for sure.
Dude,
Because
that
then you get
fucking
into the
gyro
sequels
scene
and
is
there's like
hilarious.
sand and people are fighting for, water and fuel and it's like the first movie did not feel like that at all.
Wow, that's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, see, Darth Tamaris couldn't make it through the first movie, and that's my point.
Okay,
I
you
guess.
found one guy to agree with you.
Hell yeah, he's a smart guy over there.
I'm not saying he's
Darth
not. I'm
Tamaris,
just
do
saying,
you-
like you pick one guy out of
Do you like Doritos too? We gotta know.
You son of a bitch.
That's good. Let's see here. We have oh boy. The Last of Us season 2 will be 7 episodes long. Season 3 will be significantly larger, with season 4 also being a possibility for The Last of Us. Cool.
Does it not? The way season 1 ended, I'm kind of annoyed the way it ended, and I don't know that I even care for season 2 anymore.
You weren't familiar with the story of the game?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Familiar.
Okay.
I didn't play the games. I don't know anything about it. But the way he acted at the end, I was kind of upset.
That's kind of the point, I would say. Like you're kind of supposed to feel that way.
Marco, where does season 1 end in relation to the first game?
Right when the first game ends. Yeah.
Oh, what the?
Yeah.
The hospital.
So what I think, I'm going to really not get into spoilers, but there's some flashbacks, and so I'm feeling like they're going to extend that second game to like the parts in between game 1 and game 2 that we don't really get to explore too much. That might be more of what season 2 is about.
They're going to have to, because season 2 is...
Yeah.
That's not going to do well if it follows the second game.
It could arguably, the events that happen could arguably have a better impact if you follow that path and you kind of give more room to breathe. So yeah, I think like watching as a TV show, that seems like the better path forward. But I'm excited to see what they do, especially if they deviate from the first. If they deviate from the source material. Go ahead, Eddie.
No, I hope they deviate, because I think that has been spoiled for me already.
Mm-hmm.
What you guys are alluding to. So
Yeah.
This is the one, but then again, I haven't played the game, so I don't have any attachment to that source material story. So I wouldn't mind if they deviated.
Because I think that's what they're up against, right? Because it's like you're not going to shock everyone like you necessarily did a lot of folks with the game. So you might as well try to do something different.
I'm Team Joel, just so you guys know.
Wow. I fucking hate the second one so much.
Second game is one of the best games I've ever played. Like, just incredible. I know it's divisive, but really just like a work of art, in my opinion, based on what it makes you feel. The themes, very relevant to our world. But I get, like, they make some very controversial decisions.
I hate things
and
that
the
are
gameplay in
relevant.
it.
Eddie, you sound like Gigi. Like, I don't even want to think about the real world. I'm watching this shit to get away from it.
That is the point of all of this stuff, is to get me out of the world.
I would argue that art could either be escapism or it could be like you learn something.
Route, huh? Anytime you make a point about something, art is, it can be anything, and it
literally can be. It depends on how you interpret it. Dean didn't jive with the art of the second game. I personally, it resonated a lot with me. That's kind of the beauty of these things.
Nothing can be anything in 2024 anymore. Okay?
Wow.
It's got to ride that line, baby. Stay. There's rules now, okay?
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm saying everything can't be anything in 2024. We need set rules now. There's got to be some ground rules on what is and what isn't good. We can't just always be like, well, if you think about it this way, go fuck yourself.
Wow.
Wow.
Jesus. You're either with me or against me, huh?
I was just shocked by them saying season 4. Like, how are they? I guess I know that they're working on the next game. Like, they've done treatments for the story for the next game, and they've said that the show could outpace the game. So there's that.
Yeah, season 2 is already so long as it is. Like, it sets up so many potential things. So
how many episodes was season 1?
I thought it was 8,
say it was
but
8.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 7 seems very short.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the short seasons.
Neither am I. Yeah.
How long are the episodes? Are they at least an hour? None of that Disney Plus bullshit where you get 20 minutes.
I want to say they were hour long. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think they were a more solid runtime. Yeah.
I agree. 7 feels short, but if they give us quality, we're good. We're golden.
Man, The second game's gameplay is so amazing, though.
Gameplay wise, it's cool as shit.
I cannot recommend enough playing these games. The original, like all the remasters they've done and stuff now. So if you have a PS5 or something, they've remastered the original, and they've remastered the second game to PS5. Funny enough, already.
Yeah, gameplay is really applicable to the show we're talking about.
If you want to experience these, I'm just saying, if you want to experience these great stories, you should play the games.
I agree. Both 1 and 2 are just incredible games.
Can't recommend them.
Or story wise and gameplay wise, you're spot on there, Badfish.
Wasn't it Marco that said Last of Us was better than Game of Thrones? You said Last of Us was better than something, and I was like, what the fuck?
The show or the game?
The show. Was it
the show didn't live up to my expectations because I knew the story too well, so it definitely wasn't.
Oh no, you said Fallout was better than The Last of Us. That's what you said, huh?
I liked it more just because it was an original story, right? Like I didn't know what to expect. Last of Us was incredibly competently made. I enjoyed watching it, but it's like I know where you're going, so I like to be surprised when I'm watching stuff.
Right.
Fallout was top tier for sure.
It was boring.
Fallout was so fucking good.
What?
Jesus.
The TV show? You thought it was boring?
Yes, it was.
Send
boring.
this Batman back to Batman and Robin. Let's go. Wow. Let's move on.
Eddie, the criteria has been set that it's good, so either get on fucking board or get off the show.
I know. No, that's crazy. Yeah, Fallout was fucking incredible. That show was amazing.
There wasn't enough. What is he, a goon? What is the dude?
Also,
the goon.
What is this
goon? Like in Zach's Wonderland right now.
Wow.
There wasn't enough ghoul for me.
There wasn't
enough.
Did
you watch all of it?
I hated Maximus's character so much.
What?
Oh, I hated.
I thought
agree
he was
with
the
you.
best
He was
part
annoying.
of the show.
No, he was annoying as hell.
Annoying.
He was annoying, but I think that was like kind of like
that's the point.
He had a great arc. Yeah, he had a great
his
arc.
arc was so good.
Yeah. And there was enough gooning for sure. I was gooning to the main character.
Wow.
You want to make my penis explode?
Dude, I was edging, actually.
That's right. You're edging. Make my penis explode.
Oh my. Cock explode, but yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I've said quoted it a few times since then.
Ew, nasty boy. All over the Vito shirt.
Really? I didn't.
Let's see here. I feel like this is beating a dead horse. Microsoft is reportedly working on a remaster version of Halo Combat Evolved. It is potentially going to be released on PS5. I don't understand how many more times you can fucking remaster that game. That's fucking crazy to me.
For the PS5 though?
Yeah.
Why not the
Opening
Xbox Series? Why
That's
PS5
the point.
only?
It doesn't say
big
only.
news, yeah.
It says it's also might be released on the PS5. That's huge news. That's opening up to a new market.
To be fair,
it's
like
never
the
been
last,
on Sony consoles.
But haven't the last like 2 Halo news is like haven't they said PS5 that they might be released on PS5 and they never have? I feel like they say that every time there's a new Halo thing.
I think you might
Wait,
be
say that
right
again?
about the
when they did Halo, whatever, what was the newest one?
Infinite.
Yeah.
When they did Infinite, I believe they said it was going to be released on PS5, and also when they did the Master Chief Collection, they said it would be available on PS5.
I don't remember that.
I feel like they've been saying that forever just to excite Sony fans, and it never happens.
I think he's right. With Infinite, they teased it. They teased a lot of bullshit though with that game. So
there's no way that Microsoft would allow that because Microsoft has to hold on to anything to make Xbox relevant.
Because I'm positive this was discussed on.
But I think that's the thing. It's like the Sony guys already don't own your system, so you might as well get that sale somehow.
That's why they're like, get an Xbox, baby. Yeah, that's why they're holding on to it.
But yeah, I feel like Xbox has no real. The Halo games have not been good since Reach.
Bro, Reach is a fucking.
They're floundering.
Halo 4 was not the best. Halo 5 was a fucking dumpster fire. Infinite was not very well received. So it's like I'm not buying a console just to play one shitty game after the other. I'm just gonna stick with Sony and their exclusives are good enough that it's like, fuck it. They're already not gonna buy our console. Let's just, try and make money somewhere. I think it could be a smart move.
I think it's a smart move, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
The only reason they're doing this is because Xbox has nobody cares about Xbox right now.
No.
They've had so many studios that they've obtained, and then they've released basically garbage. All these games that were supposed to be all these more recently on Xbox Game Pass that everyone was supposed to get Game Pass for. Infinite. What was that one where you switched between two different worlds? It was like a horror game.
Alan Wake. Oh no, that was on PlayStation as well.
This was like I'll have to look it up. But there was an Xbox that was like another studio they acquired. Then they acquired Bethesda.
Lords of the Fallen. That was
no. It was like it came out just around PS5 when they were kind of competing Series X. It was like a Series X launch title, or very shortly after. But basically, they've had Starfield as well, wasn't very well received. They've released Gears games recently that aren't very well received. Xbox is floundering, and that's why they're doing this sort of stuff.
I will say though, they just had a really strong showcase. I think it was this week, right? So they're not saying that they're back, but they're at least seeming to be going in a better direction than they were, because things were looking really rocky, and the narrative around them has been that they're cooked, but maybe they can find a way back.
Yeah, because I feel like the games that do well aren't exclusive. So like your Assassin's Creeds, your Gods of War, or no, is God of War Sony?
That's Sony, yeah.
Sony.
Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, the shit that sells a lot of. You're not limited to one console or the other.
But now they own Activision, right? They own Call of Duty, but they're probably still going to release them on PS5. It's just all getting very messy, right? It's getting very messy.
They'll do the content first on Xbox.
Have you guys seen the playthrough
there
for
you
the
go,
new
Eddie.
Star Wars game?
No.
I was
not yet.
skeptical at first. I'm fucking sold.
From Ubisoft?
Bro. It looks massive.
I didn't even know this happened yet. So
Ubisoft is but yeah.
Awesome.
Wait, what do you mean to play through a trailer or?
This is Outlaws, right?
Outlaws. They released the new gameplay footage this week.
Yeah, there's like a 30-minute play, maybe not 30 minutes, but like a 20-minute playthrough, and then like another 20-minute like other playthrough that's narrated by the guy, the lead designer at Massive. It looks fucking incredible.
Maybe
and
next show we
Kira's
could talk about that. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Daenerys.
from Solo. Yeah, Daenerys Targaryen. It's her
Honestly,
face and her voice. Yeah,
Ooh,
it's cool.
And that bod.
Ubisoft, I like a lot of their games. As much as people rag on them, they usually make pretty fun games. So I'm optimistic for that one. And Massive made Division 2. That's their other big thing.
Oh, I love
We need a hit. We need some good
But
Star
anyway,
Wars stuff.
Back to Halo. If they put this on the PS5, I'm getting it. I love the original Halo game. I like running around as Master Chief. I just not an Xbox guy. I used to have the Xbox 360, then I went to the Xbox One, and there was just fucking nothing on it. Yeah. All my friends had PS4s, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy a PS4, and I haven't gone back. So I feel like this could be a smart move.
Yeah.
The game I was thinking of, was The Medium.
The Medium.
Yeah, it was super hyped, and then it did not.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
I've never heard of this game. Let's see here. Moving on. This is great. I know Marco's excited for this. I don't think anyone else cares. But TNT is reportedly negotiating for a fourth NBA rights package. This would include regular season and playoff games and would keep Inside the NBA on the air. Love to hear it. I was devastated when I heard that they were not going to be covering the NBA next season. That's one of my all-time favorite shows. What I dream that our podcast would be of this caliber one day, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah, this is.
Oh,
go ahead, Dean.
No, you got it.
I was going to say, everyone's been depressed online about this band breaking up, so it's like it makes too much sense to try to keep them together, right? So really hoping that this all comes together and that they can stay together. Maybe not every night, but for as many nights as we can have them.
I'm not a big basketball guy, and so listening to these guys talk has just never been something I've enjoyed. But I'll tell you what, I've seen compilations of Charles Barkley and Shaq, because Charles Barkley will just say some wild shit, and the camera cuts immediately to Shaq to get his reaction, and he's trying so hard not to just fucking laugh. And then everybody else is like, what's happening? And that chemistry, you literally, like, you either have it or you don't. You can't fake that kind of stuff.
When a guy's banging you, that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Oh my
And Shaq is just like, because that's the shit like we do on the show. Like, Ben will say some wild shit, and I'll just look at Eddie, and he looks right to his camera like, did anybody else hear that shit? And it's so good because, it's that brotherhood, that camaraderie.
Yeah.
You just have it. It's like the guys on Top Gear.
Yeah.
When they replaced those three guys, that show went to shit because it's like the show was never about the cars. Like, that was, no pun intended, a vehicle, but it was about the dudes. So that is cool to hear them, potentially getting their show not canceled.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. Jordan Peele is rumored to have met with Marvel Studios for their X-Men movie, but it did not work out. Would have been interesting. I think Jordan Peele is one of the best modern directors at the moment. But there's that.
Has he directed anything that's not like
Horror?
a thriller psycho movie?
Kind
of. He did Twilight Zone.
Worse. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it would have been like that New Mutants movie, and it would have sucked. So I'm happy. It.
Yeah, I don't think he's what's the word? I don't want to say a sellout because he's not
Capable. Oh
wow.
No, not that he's not capable, but I think like his films are a little more elevated than like your typical Marvel movie, because they have to be like. I don't want to insult, myself in this as well, but like, you just have to be able to shut your brain off, enjoy a movie, superheroes fighting. It doesn't need to be overly complicated. And I feel like his style of movies, like you really have to, it's almost like Christopher Nolan, right? To sit there and really pay attention to what's happening, what's being said, why they're saying it, and then connect the dots yourself a little later. And I feel like that's just too complicated for a Marvel movie. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. And there's a reason it probably didn't work out, right? So I mean, was probably part of it.
Yeah. Also, I know that fucking Disney and Marvel fucking don't let directors just do whatever the fuck they want. And I bet he was like, nah, fuck y'all.
Exactly.
I don't know. They let James Gunn murder a lot of animals in the last movie, so he got away with a lot of shit.
They let Taika do whatever the hell he wanted.
And it didn't work out this last time, but at least they let him do what he wanted.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
They took away that Star Wars trilogy from him, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because of all that stuff? Yeah, that's what I thought.
And he would have, I feel like he would have either done, like how I said, Jordan Peele, I feel like he would have either gone really weird with it, like that New Mutants movie, or he would have been like Taika and made it too comical. So, I don't know. He's just not someone that I want directing the first one, at least. They need steam behind the first X-Men movie.
But at least this tells me they're trying to get a big name. Like they want this to be.
That's true.
It has to be, right? Like it's got to be a huge property for them. So they're taking this very seriously.
Mm.
Yeah. At least I'm like 99% sure he knows X-Men. Not just somebody who's never read a fucking comic book in their life.
That is true.
Actively avoiding fucking comics to make his goddamn movie.
That's why the Russo brothers were so good, though, especially like Civil War and Endgame and Infinity War felt like they're just playing with action figures up there. And that's what we want to see. We want to see exciting action pieces that are original and also have a lot of depth with the characters. So you got to be a fan of the source material to really connect, I think.
They should probably. Who did the first Avengers movie? Was it them?
Joss Whedon.
Oh God,
I think he's been canceled since then.
Okay, never mind. How did he not mess that one up? But he messed up Justice League. I was gonna say
Whoops.
the Avengers. They need someone who can handle that many top tier characters in one film to handle that.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Good points. Let's move on here. Let's see, we're almost done. The Empire is like the police in GTA and Star Wars Outlaws. They chase you if you kill stormtroopers or start committing crimes. There are 6 levels of severity. Death troopers and potentially the other top threats get sent out at the highest level.
I didn't see that in the gameplay. They never showed off that. Now they do say, because you're running around as a smuggler, basically, or an outlaw, and you have to work with the different syndicates, and sometimes you'll piss off one syndicate and another, so you have like standings with those, but you're also actively pissing off the Empire. So they do show like death troopers and the AT-ATs coming after the main character. I forget her name. So that is cool to see, and that is also potentially cool to have to try and navigate through that, because it looks fantastic. If you guys haven't watched those videos, you need to.
This game has so much potential, honestly. I don't want to get my hopes up too high, though.
Bro, I'm trying really hard not to, but after that video, I was like fucking so hyped.
At this point, this is kind of, I get to the point where if I'm sold on something, I don't need to see anything else. I'm probably not going to watch any more trailers or anything. I'm just going to get the game now.
So you would pre-order it day one?
This is one of those games. I try not to buy games full price because they go on sale so quickly and I have less time to play them, and they're on sale by the time I have the time to play it. But maybe once every once a year, I try to buy 1 or 2 games max at full price. Like when Red Dead 2 came out, Final Fantasy Remake. I didn't get Rebirth right away because I just don't have the time right now. But this will be one of those games I probably buy right away. Like Dune 2 is just a movie example. I was gonna go see that. I didn't watch a single trailer, and I'm glad I didn't, because there was like some cool battle scene stuff I had no idea was coming. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sold on this. This is real. This alone is really cool news to me. The GTA police heat levels in a Star Wars game. I'm fucking sold. I love GTA and I love Star Wars. So,
You'll love to hear it. Let's see here. Moving on. Ian McKellen was asked if he's interested in returning as Gandalf for #The Hunt for Gollum. If I'm still alive, he says, I haven't shaved in months, but there's no script, there's no offer, there's no plan. I swear to God, if this man is living and he is not in this fucking film, we fucking riot.
I just don't know how you could have this movie without Gandalf in it.
Yeah, we fucking riot.
They just announced this movie, right? That it's coming.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so that okay. I was gonna say there's not even a script. That makes sense. So.
Like, unless, which would be crazy in a Lord of the Rings movie, you're only following one character. I just don't know how Gandalf wouldn't be there in some capacity.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully more Gandalf figures.
Hopefully more pants that can be printed.
Oh no.
Or we riot.
You know. Exactly. Or we riot. Last but not least, boy, this one fucking hurt bad. So I believe it was over the weekend, comic historian, a fellow peer of ours, Ben Potter, passed away. We didn't get a ton of details. It was sort of they said it was an unfortunate accident. But boy, when I read it, I was like, oh no, like, not that you're hoping it was someone else, but like, I had to double check like a lot of videos I have in my favorites, and I was really sad when, because I'd watched a number of his videos, and it's like you kind of watch so many videos that you kind of forget. And that's kind of weird, but I feel like I didn't really recognize the channel. But anytime I ever needed to research a comic for the show, or there was a comic book that I wanted, that like I was like, I really want to know what's in the comic, but I don't really want to buy it. I mean, he has basically every major comic event that you could think of. If you search like that and like either explained or he would do a lot of not necessarily like audio dramas, but like sort of like he would have the panel and he would narrate what was happening on the page. I don't work out as much this year, but last year when I got really into working out, I would put his videos on while I was doing like cardio or lifting, and this might be like the YouTuber that passes that. I don't think I've been like that affected by it probably since like Glenn Webb passed away many years ago, one of the Marvel Legends reviewers.
Oh yeah.
That I used to like when I first started collecting. And man, it really sucked to get that news. And obviously we pray for his family, and I think it certainly reminds us how fragile life is and how quickly things can change. It's that one, like when I read it, it took me like a minute to like process it, because that was really shocking to me. And I know a lot of our friends that are in YouTube have watched this guy's videos and been subscriber of him for years. This one, his Marvel Zombies video might be like one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time. It's so well done. This was a tremendous loss. And I think it was his partner, his wife, that said, kind of made the announcement and, said that a lot of the work that he had done, like they don't want it to kind of go to waste. They want to continue the projects that he was working on, and then, continue with the ambitions that he had. And obviously his channel was quite large, but, he still had a lot of goals that he was not able to fulfill. So yeah, this one hit real hard, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this gentleman or his content, but that is always sad to hear. YouTube is pretty much daily life at this point. I don't even watch TV. I've gotten rid of most of my streaming services. I just watch YouTube content, and a lot of these creators, they're some of my favorite personalities. So yeah, it's always really upsetting when someone passes away too soon. And just want to say I love you guys. You guys are my homies.
Love you too, dude.
Shut up, I'm talking.
Wow.
All right, I'm out.
But that's
you should have played the Seamus clip.
Here we go. 3, 2.
No.
Road trip. Who's in?
No, not you, Seamus.
Ah, poo.
Yeah, that sucks.
You never know, guys. Life changes real fucking fast. I think that's the lesson I learned last year. And yeah, this one was genuinely shocking. Anyways, let's see here. Rest in peace, Ben Potter, comic historian. And I think honestly, bro, I think he had such a huge impact on, I think, comics as really as a whole. I think it would be really nice that, when the next big DC movie, the next big Marvel movie comes out, if they put a little, in memory of, because I can't tell you the number of people that I've seen just today saying like, I would not have ever bought a comic if it wasn't for this dude. Like that's how big of an impact that he had on the whole medium. Thousands and thousands of people that got into comics because of him. And yeah, it's a tremendous loss for, I think, YouTube, and I think for our little community. It really sucks. But yeah, if anyone has anything to say, if not, we can move on. I think we're just about at the end here. Oh, okay. All right, Dean, we have an updated Patreon list. Finally had the time to do it. So sorry if If for some reason you're an active member and your name's not on there, let me know and I'll double check. But I think this should be pretty good. I believe so.
Okay. Give a quick shout out to the Patreonies. We got Captain Fordo, Ian CV, Renee Mendes, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Lee, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Giss, Joao Bretta, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Skins, Figs, Billy Badfish, Toy Cartel, Joe Chut Beaks Corpus, Luke Skywonker, wow, Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krapp, Big Ol' Fern, Caesar Markwin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Victor Gregorio, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azucena, The Illustrious Rainer, Alad Morgan, Tukothri Wa, Derek B, Arias Portillo, Alvin J, Mario Delgado, and Aurelius Delgado, sixth scale collector, Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, Jazz Carroll, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC, 3PO, Scott Smith, Dalmadal, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Big Pep, Stephen Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Exodus, Abe Dunk TV, and Gigi the Judgmental. Gigi taking the reins.
Spot, bro.
Holy cow.
What
If her ego wasn't big enough already.
I was gonna say
I got massive.
I watched her on Ben's stream this past Sunday.
That was awesome.
Let's Get Nuts. So funny, dude. Gigi stole the show, honestly. What a great show.
She normally does.
So shout out Gigi.
Yeah, I would say shout out to Let's Get Nuts, but that motherfucker ain't here, so.
That's right.
Wow, he turned on his own.
I'm just kidding. That show's awesome. Check it out.
Wow.
And Uncle Seamus.
Civil War.
He finally,
Civil War.
Wow.
he finally swallowed that tough nut, and now he can't bother to show up.
Damn, we don't have enough.
Oh
Never
my
mind.
god.
So
Wait,
much nut.
Never mind.
That was
say
brutal.
it.
No, I
That was
can't.
brutal, Eddie.
What did Eddie say? Private chat that right now, please.
He had to be there.
Private chat that. Let's see here. We actually got. Let's see here. We have a 2 cool stickers for you guys: the Tough Nut sticker and the Small Talk sticker. These may be quite late. They are not sending out any sticker deals, and that's kind of how we do our stickers. So in theory, one of these may get pushed back if we have to full price pay these, but if not, we can swap it out because we did actually get a design that we had. So we do 2 stickers every 2 months, so a sticker a month. But Dean had done like a blitz, like he was just like boom, 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 all these D&D stickers, and I know D&D isn't our most popular program. Well, D&D isn't our most popular program. And so it was kind of a hard sell to do like 5 D&D stickers because that would have been like basically almost a quarter of the year. And I didn't also want to put it up for a vote because, you know, I don't think that's really fair to make a sticker of only one character and then, you know, the other 3 characters don't. And obviously, like, I don't want y'all mad that there's an Ozal sticker. Just kidding.
So there already is one.
There is. We have these D&D sticker sheets, so they are pre-cut, and so it's, 7 stickers? We have all of our characters, then a duel of Dean and Deanie's character, and then mine and Jay's character, and then this little rat that saved us in this really crazy battle. So Dean did really good on these, and they are so amazing, and they're sort of like printed on this parchment backing, so when you tear them off, they just look friggin' awesome. So these will be either going out in May, June to substitute for one of these 2 stickers, or in July, August. What are you giggling about?
Seamus' question in the private chat.
Oh my god!
Dean's artwork with these is awesome. So
I want to show.
These,
I
you gotta check that shit out. Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this action.
Yeah. So the top ones have like our slogans,
like character
I guess.
Quotes.
Yeah, like Ozal's always casting Fireball and so it's like
Firebolt,
Sol Invictus. And then I always say something awkward and then somebody's like, what? And then my character's like, I should go. And then, Bernard, my sister's character, I always say, let's get Bernard in. So there's that. And then Zothis, whenever we ask him to do anything, is Zothis with the mostest. So, yeah, it's...
that was so good.
It's funny, dude.
really like
I think
the
you
little
came
rat.
up with most of those quotes, which is awesome.
I think I came up with Zothis with the mostest.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh,
And then Sol Invictus
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
yeah,
game, but Dean came up with the 2 middle ones, which are really funny.
So you got the gifts, Dean.
He's got the touch. Let's see here. We also have... He's got the power. Patreon. Oh my god, I put the wrong button. Jesus Christ. Patreon starts at $5 a month for the digital tier. We also have the Sweet Angel, $7.50 a month, gets you stickers sent straight to your door and access to After Dark replay. The Certified Crispy, $15 a month tier, and the $25 What a Guy tier. Appreciate your support there. Looking at the YouTube channel membership, we have... I need to update this, so this one may not quite be updated, but we have Absolute Irwin, Alvin J, Andrew Gibo, Benjamin Hansen, Big Ol' Fern, Bob Dylan, CC3PO, Chris V, CT603, DJ Daminator, Doc Smizzle, Equan, Fat Batman, Gare Bear, Good Old Spotchka, Gotham Cenobites, Just a Sports Card, LV Avenger 702, Mark Pearson, Mike Litteris, Money Mendez, OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 16 Figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Philip the Full, S-Beam, Sam Giss, Scarnlord, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Sunnyvale Rust, The Ben Thomas Show, Toy Mafia, and Exodus. You can become a YouTube channel member for 99 cents if you're on our Patreon, or $2.99 if you are not. You get loyalty badges and custom chat emojis and member shoutouts. We also do have a TeePublic there, and looking at the network, we have Collecting Weekly on Tuesdays, After Dark on Wednesdays, Small Talk and CW Movie Night alternating Thursdays, Just Another Friday Nights on Fridays, and Mind Flayers Web on Saturdays. Question of the week, I'm not really sure if we're going to continue that. Dean and I had been talking about it, and it doesn't get a ton of feedback, and it's kind of one of those shows that, like, we stream a lot, and it doesn't take long to do, but it's just like one more thing to do. And I don't know that we really have the engagement on that to continue making it worth the effort. So I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of just don't do that anymore. But we'll update this appropriately as we make that decision. Does anyone have... Yeah, let us know what you think. Comment on the video. Does anyone have any shout-outs they want to give? I'll go. Sons 2 Customs, we're still working on the Spider-Man sculpt. So I think I'll be doing a video on that. And then Connor, Joey, and Riley, and Philip the Fool, I had put it out there to the community like, hey, I don't own these figures. I'm trying to do something for the community if anyone can help me out. Joey has already sent me the measurements. Gonna get them from Riley as well to confirm before finalizing. And then Connor is actually just sending me both figures. So, definitely a community-led project to try to make something nice for all of us. And, 3D printing is far more accessible than I think most people realize. Most big cities have public libraries you can print stuff for free, and it's either usually free or like super cheap for something like this. So this is only probably like a 50-cent print. But anyways, anyone else before we cut this one off?
It's Rainer's birthday this week. So shout out Rainer, and then it's your birthday next week.
I expect a post on Auxiliary. I'm just letting you know in advance.
Well, we knew because it was a birthday month. We've already heard all about it.
Actually, I haven't talked about it at all this year.
I'm messing.
Been depressed this year.
This year? No, you mentioned it the other day.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because I said happy birthday to someone. Who was that?
I don't remember. I only care about my birthday, to be honest. Anyways, we love you guys. Remember, hug your family. Your life can change in an instant, and tomorrow's not promised. And yeah, I'm Zach.
Depressing as hell.
I'm Marco.
I am depressed.
I'm Eddie.
That works.
I'm Badfish. And I love you.
We'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Maybe.
Bye.